Welcome everybody to the Gamers EDU Collegiate Valorant League. Today we're going to see some awesome high-octane gameplay. CSUDH Burgundy versus Cal Poly Slow. I'm super excited, and I'm even more excited to be joined by our lovely casters for the evening, Muted and Funny Man. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us on. This is going to be such a good match tonight to start off.
So,
I'm super excited. What did these teams go head-to-head?
Yeah, I'm so excited too. And I know you guys actually casted yesterday's scrim. So could you tell us a little bit about that and kind of see if that gives us a little insight into what we might see today and these coming weeks?
Yeah, yesterday's match was pretty interesting. I mean, after the fact that we found out that Cal State Fullerton's team had only been together for 3 days, I think.
That's crazy.
And they played it pretty well. I mean, they lost by, they lost 2-0. But, I mean, the matches weren't, blowouts either, compared to the, match we casted on Saturday night. So, I mean, for 3 days of practice, they looked amazing. Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty solid series yesterday. So, I mean, I'm hoping for big things today.
Nice. And what about you?
I'm expecting some big things. Really huge things on, hopefully that of course, CSUDH has honed in on, because we just really don't want to see what we've been seeing in scrims, but it looks like they've been improving as of lately, and I'm really excited for it, and I'm excited for the teams that are coming in. I mean, even yesterday, seeing Fullerton go against San Jose State. San Jose State is definitely that team to keep an eye on. It looks like they really want to be a part of this league and show everybody that they got what it takes to even go pro level.
Yeah. So are there any strats you guys are hoping to see? Any like certain agents you guys want to see on the field?
I think just for us, we don't. I know for me, I don't want to see a Reyna out in the field at all. Really bad play. It's a selfish solo queue player. It just really doesn't help out the team compositions, and every team that we've at least been able to cast during scrims that has had a Reyna hasn't had any success in winning, and has actually, even if they do well, the Reynas kind of are average at best. We don't ever see it going on their side, whether it's attacking or defending. So I really hope they put away the Reynas. It's not solo queue. It's going to be team Valorant gameplay for the CVL. And if they're looking at a shot, even for the $3,000 or the $2,000 prize pool in the Radiant or Diamond League, I don't think you're going to get there with the Reyna.
And can you tell us a little bit about her kit and maybe like why she's not the agent to play, especially going into this like super competitive tournament?
A lot of her stuff is just it's more for herself. It doesn't benefit her team. All of her abilities is really just solo play versus team play. If you look at every other agent, everything really mixes well with the team. It's not just benefiting the agent itself, but it's actually benefiting the whole team. The only thing
Mm.
Reina really has is her flashes that can help out the team, but that's about it. Everything else, even her ult, is only for herself. And a player that plays Reina is going to be basically playing a one man squad, and that player has to be top frag, has to be able to get the kills. The problem with that is that you're going against people with that understand how to play the game at a high level. And you're not going to see really much success in that. If it was solo queue and it was people like me that doesn't really play the game well, yeah, you can succeed with Reina. But if you're going against pro level play, they understand how to counter and react when Reina's on the field, and they already know that the team is basically down one because they can't really use anything for her to benefit the entire squad as they're playing. So at the end of the day, that's the biggest thing about her kit. Most of her kit is just it's like it's harsh words, but it really is a selfish kit. It's only a
Mm.
kit for yourself. It's not a kit for the rest of the team.
And I see you nodding, muted. Do you have anything else to add?
I mean, I just agree. Well, I mean, Reina is the ultimate, selfish player, right? Just like you said, can totally carry herself to all the kills in the world, but can't carry her team to a victory.
Mm.
I mean, a lot of the Reina players we've seen in scrims, they'll start out good. They will top frag for the first like 4 or 5 rounds of the game, and they will quickly go to about middle of the pack. So I agree. I agree as far as that. But yeah, just to wrap up as we're about to get in the match here. I mean, something I want to see would be Viper. We casted a scrim the other night.
Oh, yeah.
Viper. I just saw this sick play with her ult on split to get on. Was used to get onto a bomb site in a really weird way. I've never seen a Viper ult used before. I was kind of questioning the play at first, but once it was executed, I was amazed. Learned something new. So yeah, I'd really love to see Viper tonight.
You and me
Yeah,
both.
even some of the matches. Yeah, me too, me too. Even some of the matches that I've seen, I've seen some like really adaptable plays. Like you think at first it might be like the team might be rolled and then they pull out some like super secret weapon or super secret strat and they can make a comeback.
Yeah, it's going to be really
And
good
as
though.
we move into Halo, I hope we're seeing a little bit more of that tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, it'd be nice to see teams mix it up. I mean, we've seen some teams, change up comps on maps. I mean, heck, I've seen, like last night or a couple nights past, they even changed like the player that was playing a certain character. So I know some of these teams are willing to try things out. So as we're about to load in, I hope we see something nice here.
I hope that it works out for them though too, because swapping the player that they haven't been practicing with right now is not the time. So I'm not hoping to see player
Mhm.
swaps within players. I'm hoping to see people stick to the respective agents and upcoming matches. They're able to then go ahead and see if they can try something later. But definitely, I'm hoping that I don't see players get swapped from certain agents because it's tournament time. These matches count. It
Select
isn't a
your
scrim
agent.
anymore. So it's not a time to be exploring new moves. It's a time to be executing what you guys have been practicing since day one.
Yeah, agreed. And as we move into the buy phase of the first round, Muted, can you tell us a little bit about the economy of Valorant to give us all a little refresher?
Yeah, so Valorant's one of those cool games, right? Where it's got an economy system, and there's only really one other game you see that in. But starting off, it's going to be a pistol round to start the game. You get a pistol round at the beginning and one in the half. Players are going to have $800 to buy. Um, so you'll usually see them maybe buy the utility, maybe buy some light armor, but you don't get too much to get going with. Just only your pistol here and maybe a little extra.
Anything to add, Alon?
Yeah, I mean that's a really well explanation on how the economy is gonna work out in this game. I mean the only other thing is that pistol rounds matter. That's about it. That's gonna really set the precedent on how the teams are going to be able to run their economy. And right now, it looks like we're going to get this started here pretty soon in about 15 seconds. We're spectating Sugoman, and let's see which team is going to be able to win a pistol round. I know that from the
Oh,
side of CDH, CSUDH. They didn't win any pistol rounds the time we were screaming them. So, hey, there might be a change today. Hopefully.
Hey, Funny, I just want you to look at Red Team's comp right now and let me know if you see anything.
I don't see a Reyna. Oh, wait, I do.
Wait a minute. Look harder.
Wait a minute.
There's one there.
They don't learn from their mistakes, do they? We'll see how it turns out, though. I mean, if they're gonna run the Reyna comp, I hope they're ready, and I hope their Reyna has to be a top frag. I have high expectations for that Reyna. That Reyna has to be top frag, getting at least 30+ kills at the end of the series. If not, it's put it away. Just stop playing the Reyna, guys. You gotta learn. You gotta learn.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're
All
getting
eyes
the
on the
opportunity to start on the attacking side. Reyna is really aggressive. So I mean, if they're gonna win this game, they gotta go hard on this side.
9 more seconds left to the buy round, unless it's been paused. Nope, we're still going in here, and we're gonna be watching attacker side as they push into C-bomb. Back to Sagoma.
And I do know from a match that I actually hosted 2 days ago, Sagoma is like nasty. He has some nasty aim. So I really have high hopes for today's match.
A lot of the Omen players have. I've been surprised. I mean, right, the role isn't a super high kill entry fragger as well. Sagoma's just gonna get floated on through his own smoke. So not the best start as we're talking about him, but yeah, I've seen a lot of Omens with some nasty aim.
Yeah, he's so nasty.
Right now, what we're seeing Babe trying to get the kills inside of C, able to tag up a couple people. Right now, it's a 3v2 at the moment. Gizzy, my goodness, able to get the kill on the Reyna, knocking him down. We're watching here for Shido? I don't even know how to say his name.
Froiklid, yeah, he's holding on his own. Doesn't have too much HP. He's gonna be in a 1v1. You can time this right. Might be able to get the jet as she's low as well. Has to get off. Glizzy, nice shots. Can he get the defuse in time? Didn't start it halfway. He just might get it. Wow, 0.112 on the clock. What a clutch to start off the match for CSUDH Burgundy. That was really close, but props to Glizzy for getting that off.
That's
it was like a clutch round, I'm not gonna lie.
It looks like the boys on CSUDH are working. Pierce, they broke the curse. They won a pistol round. My goodness.
They got a pistol. Let's go.
They're like, you think we can win a pistol round?
And I heard they've been doing some VOD reviews, so maybe they studied some pistol rounds more and figured out what they needed to do.
Hopefully, man, because they're
like
gonna need it.
It's so integral.
I mean, the pistol rounds, like I said, it gives you a free. At least if you win a pistol round, you're guaranteed 1, but technically you can be guaranteed 3. People who win the pistol round are usually 75% guaranteed a second round, and then even for the third round, there's a 17% advantage towards the team if they win in the pistol round. So it's really huge because the other team's economy, again, going back to the economy, is going to be hurt. They're not going to be buying out big guns, but the team that does have that advantage is able to buy the utility to settle down the score. And so I'm really excited to know that they've finally won a pistol round. I mean, that's really huge.
Oh, looks like CSUDH is actually going to hold into the end. It's 2 rounds in a row that Cal Poly's broken in, but so far good retakes for CSUDH.
Yeah, huge. That was a huge 3K the entire round for Glizzy. I mean, he got the 2K at the very end, but he got 3 kills that entire round, was able to just shut everybody down at A. I mean, he really helped them progress the second round, and so let's see if it doesn't go 3-0 in this round. If it goes 2-1, it's probably because attacker side is going to be understanding the defense here pretty soon, but we'll see how CSUDH is going to respond to their attack again.
And if CSUDH continues like winning these rounds, they're really going to gain momentum, and that's the one thing in Valorant. As like the attacker side, you don't want the defense to gain momentum on you.
Yeah, it's how it goes with economy games, right? I mean, a lot of it, you don't just get to have, the best guns every round. I mean, if you can control the economy, you can control the game, because there's some rounds where they go down to pistols. It's basically free rounds. So able to control the economy, then yeah, it gets very momentum based, like you said, and it's almost hard to dig out of at some points if you can't get a full buy round on the board.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like Bave and Glizzy are starting off nice. Reyna trades another kill. So it's going to be a 4v3. It looks like they're going to be locking down this B bomb site pretty nice. Glizzy just trying to spray through and find a kill, but Biv is hiding off to the side. Very nice. He's going to throw in the paranoia, but Sagoma ready for it. Breach ready, and I think we're going to go 3-0 on the board.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I mean,
30 seconds left.
they're pretty much kitted. The side, I could see some pretty bad investments on the side of Cal Poly. I mean, I wouldn't be the one buying right now Vandals. I would have probably kept a sub, or even just kept the Ghost on a pistol and just saved, just to be able to have a full buy right now in this buy phase. Third round for them would have been, or fourth round going into it, would have been a great buy phase for them. But spending money that early, their whole team getting knocked out, that's a real huge deficit for them. We're probably not going to see great weapons come out of them. And if they're investing into huge weaponry at the moment, we could just forecast that their economy is not going to be great in later rounds, unless they start taking the points and getting the rain against CSUDH. Cal Poly right now, it's not looking great with their economy at the moment.
It looks like CSUDH is going to make a quick push out of Garage to try to counter him real quick with the Phoenix pop his ult early on in the round. I don't know if they've been able to find anything yet, as Glizzy tries to find one but is not able to get a kill, but they're trying to go aggressive on the flank.
Trying to make something happen. I mean, they're doing great. The boys are looking comfortable. That's one thing that I know we said yesterday. We've seen a lot of teams that just, when you see them losing, they just don't look comfortable at all. Don't have confidence. There's nothing. Right now, something happened with CSUDH. Maybe their coach really got into them, and they understood. They understood what needs to be done, and so they're changing a lot of things. But right now, we're in a 3v1 at the moment. It's real big on the side of CSUDH. Looks like they're going to be able to defuse the bomb. And if I was a Skilljoy, I'd just save for the money.
And what do you see like the defenders doing? They like continue gaining this momentum. What do you think is like affecting their win streak right now?
In that round, it's just they look confident, right? I mean, to instantly stack 3 in Garage, pop a Phoenix ult, and have him rush out. I mean, that's something that we were, me and Funny were seeing from San Jose last night, right? Just playing the Phoenix real aggressively on defense, and it worked out on Ascent, and so far it seems to work out here. So I mean, all signs look good for them. They're just playing super confident.
Yeah, and oh, go ahead.
They're doing just that big portion of they're working as a team. I think that's a huge thing. I know something with CSUDH. It almost felt like everybody was a solo player at one point, where we were screaming like nobody was on the same page. But it feels like the calls are being made by the in-game leader, and they're following it through and making the plays for the team.
I mean, Glizzy opening this round with 3 kills. Bave follows it up. I mean, they could get a flawless here. They're shooting well together, playing well together. I mean, I don't think, wow, yeah, there's the flawless. I don't think Cal Poly was even able to make it out of spawn right there. That's a 5-0 start. They're absolutely on fire.
And we see
Really
Glizzy
huge.
on Jet, and we see Baby on Phoenix, and they're both super aggro, which is great because they're playing heroes. I mean, agents that are meant to be aggro. They're duelists who are supposed to go in, supposed to get those kills, and luckily they're the most expendable. Even though we haven't really seen them die that much, they're easily the most aggressive. I mean, I would say in the list of heroes that Valorant has.
Yeah, definitely some great performances here. They have more than one person showing up to the plate here today. Definitely ready to fire and get the kills going. And Glizzy again getting a huge first blood. It's getting traded right away. It's a 4v4 still, but I mean, CSUDH has been able to hit Cal Poly in the mouth every single match so far. Being able to get at the first bloods towards them. It's been going on the side of CSUDH.
Oh, we got an Omen ult into the back of sight. It looks like he's going to go and trade with the other Omen. A nice little sneaky play to distract CSUDH a B. Looks like they're going to get in and get that bomb down. Man, they caused a big disruption here.
The attackers did manage to get the spike down.
You got BT coming in.
Retake with 3. Huge. 4.
That's 4. My goodness. That was a huge round for BT right there. Able to get it off, get the 4-piece, and close it out. Right now, it looks like we're going to be going 6-0. Man, the half's coming here pretty soon.
Yeah,
So
that
what do you
was nice Omen. Oh, I'm sorry, just
No,
real
no,
quick. I
please.
mean, the Omen ult was very nice in the back of the bomb site. Usually, Omen ults are pretty caught out, and they only use them to get information. But the fact he's able to get that off and trade with the other Omen was huge. But that didn't last long with Cypher getting the huge 4K.
Yeah,
Well,
that
CSUDH
was
is just,
big.
they're like on fire. How do you think that the attackers can come back from this?
I think they just have to play their game, get their shots. At the end of the day, they have to understand what it means to be cool, calm, and collective. You know, yeah, right now you guys are hurting 6-0, but there's nothing you can do. 6 rounds are gone. They're in the past. You can't get them back, but you can start the reverse sweep right now, and that just depends if they're coordinating correctly. They're not getting intimidated by the other team. They're winning the mental game. The big push is the mental game, and right now it looks like Burgundy definitely has the mental and the physical game in touch. And so I think from the side of Cal Poly, they're all really slow. If you look at the map, they're very passive. They're the attackers. They're just supposed to be the aggressors. You know, it's supposed to be okay to hop into a site with 2 people and start getting into gunfights, but they're playing it down with like a dog with their tail between their legs. You know, they need to be aggressive at the moment, and they need to be more confident, but they're not. So I think that's going to be the biggest downfall for them.
And I mean, just look at the 5 ults on the side of CSUDH. That is, I mean, they're getting kills, they're playing the game, winning rounds. It's going to be tough, right? With that lead and that momentum, even with ults, it's going to be hard to get back in.
See, trades coming in here to BT with another big 2-piece, but it's still a 2v1. Oh my goodness.
Cheeks.
Right now, Cheeks, dude. Putting it into a 1v3 scenario. This can very much easily now start swinging in the side of the attackers. They're able to just get the shot on Mad Dog. It's game over. And as we see it there, now we're on round 7. First board on the side for Cal Poly. Cal Poly fans must be happy because they understand that there's a possibility to still win this game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to win a game, you've got to get something on the attacking side. You cannot go in the half without only getting it, 0 to 1 rounds, right? You need at least 2, 3 rounds, 4 even to make it doable going on the defensive side. So that's a clutch round.
Really huge. Now we're progressing here on round 7. Recon
Lizzie with an
Kota.
opening snipe.
It's really huge. The op players are sometimes the pivotal players in the team. They get the first bloods, and sometimes they just don't even stop. They get the second, the third, the fourth, and eventually wipe the entire team. You know, the op is really scary to go against. It's just a point and shoot, 1-shot kill almost anywhere to the body. I mean, it's a menace. If I was on the other side, I would not be happy knowing that there's an op on the field right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. And it's interesting, how they use the jet players, the op in this game, right? I mean, she's able to get an, opening snipe like that and easily reposition and get wherever she wants to be. So you got to have some smokes and good flashes if you want to flush her out.
For sure.
Cheeks here is trying to see if he can make anything happen for the side of Cal Poly. He's backing up, knowing that there's a full 5-man squad right now. Is it a 3v5?
30 seconds left.
Cal Poly down on the man deficit here. They're going to go ahead and go for the rotations here. Looks like their Soba's trying to answer the call for the op player, but still nothing ends going on. Could get a full rotation to C. But as we can see here as well, CSUDH understands that they're going to go ahead and try to run straight back. Paranoia comes through. Shots are coming through by Bivin, but nothing comes his way. Right now, it's a 1v4. And
Ooh.
there we have it, 7-1 in the side of CSUDH. They're looking strong right now.
What do you guys think that CSUDH is doing? Like we see they're working as a team. They're clearly communicating and like working as a cohesive unit. What more do you think that they're doing that's really helping them gain this momentum?
They're just getting those picks, right? I mean, that round stayed, they were pretty close together all the time. I mean, Jet, Glizzy got the opening pick. They got another one down, and then it was, about a 5v3, 4v3 at that point. They're able to rotate and catch up with them as they rotated back over to C. So, I mean, they're keeping the picks up. They're always having man advantage, and they're not letting, a full Cal Poly roster play together fully.
Yeah. They're just picking it apart. I mean, first bloods are huge, but they're not just getting first bloods. That's the thing. Picks are coming through left and right. Glizzy again. Another first blood. That's huge because they're just going down on a man advantage. You're assuming you have a full team, and all of a sudden you have none. Bum with another two-piece. That's just the biggest thing. They're very confident right now. CSUDH is looking good for the first matchup of today's CVL game.
Oof.
Cheek's gonna try to just waste some money, but yeah, that was a good shot, and yeah, they're just running away with this one, 8-1, right? Only a few more rounds left in the half, and man, I want to see the scoreboard at one point just to see what the stat line looks like, because I mean, we're seeing BT go off with the Cypher, and he should be up there with the Jet and the Phoenix.
It looks like right now CSUDH is getting a lot of love from the chat here. We got a lot of people hyping them up here, and it's good to see that we got the school spirit in here. Cal Poly is pretty quiet though. I think your boys at Cal Poly as well could use some love. So I better be seeing a lot of love for Cal Poly. They need it so they can at least try to get this 8-1 deficit closer and closer together.
Sagoma with 2 ops in this round. This is back-to-back-to-back rounds where they've gotten an opening op pick. I mean, that can't be happening, but it looks like we've got actually disconnected here.
Some minor technical difficulties, but we'll be getting the match going right now.
Technical difficulties. Cue the elevator music.
It's not a stream if you don't have technical difficulties.
True. Yeah. Especially launching a league on the first day. Oh yeah.
Truly. So I can't help but notice that the team that has the Reyna in play is not the one who.
Yeah, that's I mean, not a shock, right? I mean, I know I saw somebody in chat earlier, kind of questioning us on calling out Reyna because he wanted to, I guess he'd seen a pro player do it, but I'm not sure if the pro player you mentioned Tens is used it in pro play or just solo queue, right? I mean, like we've been saying before, Reyna's really good in solo queue, but not necessarily the best inside of competitive play. But yeah, I
mean, we've heard major critiques of pro players like Hiko just talk about why Reyna is just not going to be the option to go to. It's just not. She's good, but again, is she S tier? No, I think I agree. I mean, she might be a C, even a D tier player when you're going against teams that are going to be using S tier, A, and even B ranked players, as you can rank all these agents into those ones. Reyna just doesn't fit the outlook. Viper is 10 times better in the sense of what she has to offer for the team than Reyna. And so I get it. Some people just like to see Reyna gameplay. By all means, it reminds people, I feel like a lot of the Overwatch X player as well. I forget her name. But at the same time, in here, when it's a little bit different, right? It's not your average first-person shooter. It is as high skill, high damage first-person shooter. You don't live more than a couple seconds if you get spotted, versus like something like Call of Duty or Overwatch. You can tank a couple bullets and actually get a kill before dying. Here, if somebody just locks on your head, one taps it, you're dead. Doesn't matter
Yeah,
what you did or how you did anything.
Dying is
So
just so punishing.
Well,
In Valorant, at least.
well, as we get back in the match, it is 10-1 for DH as it is the last round before the half. But looks like the Jets going to get an opening op pick or two, and it looks like it might go 10-2 into the half. But man, this is about as dominant of a defensive half you can get.
yeah, this is huge. I don't think we've seen much of these, Pierce. I mean, we've seen things teams having 3, maybe no. I think the lowest we've had is what 9-13, I think. But as big as 10-2 can close it out within 3 rounds. I mean, that's super huge on the side of Burgundy. They're looking super strong. Maybe like I know yesterday they were watching VODs all day. I don't know what type of VODs they're drinking or what they have inside their G Fuel or something, but they're definitely on fire today by all means.
For sure, definitely in their element.
And yeah, I mean it's literally almost perfect defense, right? I mean I think they, got a little over aggressive that pass run, right? Just kind of rushing out of garage with an op to meet another op in the face is, a little unfortunate. But I mean, other than that, and then I think about round 4, round 5 they gave away. I mean that is pure perfect defense. And if they can get another pistol round here, I mean you can close they can close this game out potentially 13-2. And I mean, what a statement to start off the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They haven't been looking good at scrims, right? We've given them a lot of crap because of scrims, but they came in and they said, "Hey, we might have been down, but we're not out." So they're definitely showing us here that they deserve to be at least some of those top teams that will be able to get the cash prize for the Radiant and Diamond League. So I mean, they're showing up. They're showing up well. I got nothing but kudos for the side of Burgundy right now. Cal Poly definitely needs to change something. It's almost like a similar thing that happened with them when we watched them scrim the other day. It would look like they had life for a couple rounds, and after that, I don't know. They kind of disappeared. Everybody checked out early. Who knows?
But look at this opening, right? Already a 5v2, 5v1. They just came out swinging for a flawless on the attacking half. Bave with 3. Man, 2 pistol rounds in a row and a flawless to start. That's insane. They're just rolling. There's no way. This would be the comebacks of all comebacks right now for Cal Poly.
Yeah. If they came back right now,
you can do that in Valorant. You can come back. You can come back from something like this.
Oh yeah, I mean it's totally possible. It's just, I mean, they're gonna have to play defense better than DH just did, and that's hard to do.
yeah, they have to answer every one of their problems right now, and they don't have an answer to any one of their problems, which is CSUDH and how they're playing things, and that's going to be huge.
They don't have guns right now.
They need right now these next 3 rounds. I'm calling a 13-2. We have people in the chat saying it's going to be 13-4, trying to give some life to Cal Poly, but I don't know. I think I sit on the fact that it's going to be 13-2 right now, the way everything's rolling.
I mean, yeah, you got to think, right, as long as they don't give up a thrifty this round. I mean, right, it's 12-2. And yes, Cal Poly will be able to buy at the 12-2 point, but I mean, when you're down like that and you've just been getting rolled, I mean, you're not feeling too good. You almost just want the map to be over at that point. And hopefully they dig in, hopefully they're the right mentality, but it can't be good inside the comms for Cal Poly right now.
It's not looking great for their players at all. They need people like Blue or like Dylan to go off here soon, but I don't even think they're in this Cal Poly team at the moment. I know that they were playing in their scrims, so if it doesn't look like though they got any life in them right now.
No, I mean we're match point, right? First map of the league, potentially about to be over right here. I mean, Cal Poly isn't gonna be able to get guns, but so far, I mean it's just, I think, too big of a defensive hole they dug themselves into. Lost pistol. I mean, this will be a buy round, so maybe, I mean, some teams usually get that buy round on defense. That's where they get going. So let's see if they can pull that out this round.
It's gonna be huge. They need to pull out something and out of their pocket. They need to be like Houdini right now and be able to do all kinds of tricks because they're not coming back. if if they don't, they're not coming back right now. But it looks like again, CSUDH is very aggressive right now on the middle push. They're going to be trying to come in here and secure B. We do have players on the side of Cal Poly getting ready for the middle push, but they have two people stack as their entry flag. So Goman was able to find shots on their Omen, able to knock him down, putting it back down to a 5v4. It just that's been the story of the match, you know, like
They're falling.
it's crumbling right before their eyes. It's a 3v2. My goodness, their jet player Juice is just hurt trying to run away from their life, and he doesn't even know what to do half the time. Bomb, I think, is going down at C, and I don't even know if Salty Boy or Juice has an answer for this. We have all of CSUDH ready for the pushes. They've already been spotted. Information goes out. BT's able to get the kill on Salty Boy.
There it is.
And there we have it.
Game
13-2.
1, match 1 goes to CSUDH Burgundy. I mean, oh man, going into the post game, there's not a lot to say. I mean, that is just pure perfection at a DH Burgundy right there.
Yeah, that is by far the best I've seen in them play.
Those stats. Oh no.
That is horrible. I haven't seen this bad out of stats in a while. I mean, couple of teams we've had the maybe bottom 3 or bottom 2 just completely double, maybe triple negative, but the whole entire team of Cal Poly
30 kills in 15 rounds. 30 kills in 15 rounds. It's an average of only 2 kills as a team per round.
And if I can't hammer enough, Salty Boy, man, put away Reyna. 5 and 14. Like I said, my expectations are high. I'm expecting 30 frag, at least with a 1.5 KDR, but nothing out of him. Like I said, I think a lot of teams usually lose, I feel, from what we've been watching on scrims the moment we see Reyna on the board. Just having Reyna already puts him down out of a deficit, but now just the whole team is dismantled. 3 and 14. I mean, 4 and 14. I don't even know who to highlight really out of the side of Cal Poly.
You're
but
all up top.
I know on
all below.
Yeah, on the side, the only ones that stand out to me are going to be the side of CSUDH, Babe, Sagoma, BT, and Grizzly. All of them have did well. Even and Mad Dog over there was able to get the kills that he needed to get and the times that he needed. But that was the first match. So they're 1 up in the series. They still got some life. We need 3 more, I believe, correct? Or 2 more to decide whether they're going to be taking the first series of the games. But I mean, they did well. They tried, but Cal Poly needs to try a heck of a lot harder.
As we move into switching sides, what do you think that Cal Poly can do? They're clearly struggling, but what do you guys think that they can do to come back from this? I know you said play a perfect defense, play it better than Burgundy did, but what do you think in their team comp that they can kind of do or that their players can do to help themselves out?
Probably adding an extra good entry fragger. I mean, putting a raise. I'd swap out Reyna instantly and put a raise in by far. I don't know about you, Pierce, but I think we could start with the Reyna, right?
Yeah, I mean, definitely in their next series, right? I think it's actually going to only be a best of 1 tonight. So, I mean, that's it for them, right? They just got to kind of sit on that one. No redemption for Cal Poly tonight. But, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see the Reyna go away a little bit. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, just as an entire team, they just seemed off. They were, countered. The momentum was always in the favor of DH Burgundy on that defense. And yeah, I think maybe a little bit of a team comp switch up. And I mean, it's just, when you lose 13-2, there's a whole lot going on.
So that was the best of 1, everybody. And we're going to be having another game at 7:30 here pretty soon. Yeah. So they did well. I mean, shout outs to CSUDH and kudos to Cal Poly for trying. Hopefully they can come back and show us that they really deserve the prize money and the title at the end of this tournament for the CVL.
For sure. I have a very important announcement. We're back! Welcome back to the Gamers EDU Collegiate Valorant League. I am your host, Queen McRib, and whereas last time I was joined by the lovely Funny Man and Muted, this round versus Northridge Red and Fullerton Red is going to be casted by the lovely Eli the Curry and OG Vance. What's up, guys?
What's up? How you guys doing?
Doing wonderful. Glad to see you two again as we kick off our first
coverage of a league match today, this Monday. I am ready. I know people say they get the Mondays and they get down, but I'm ready to start. How about you two?
I mean,
I'm ready for some bloodthirst. I don't know about you guys.
Are people gonna be killing each other now? Oh God,
I hope so.
Yeah.
that is part of the game, but
Well, you know, these teams have been talking. The social media managers are kicking up fuss and dust, talking about how easy it's going to be, how games are going to be won, and this, that, and the other thing. But we're running out of time to talk. The time for doing is coming, and it is coming fast. So these two teams are going to have to get ready. They're going to have to get strapped, booted, and ready to go.
sounds like you're talking. They need to start putting their money where their mouth is. Start playing keyboard instead over texting.
Oh yeah. This is the type of keyboard warriors that we actually care about. This is the actual type of Twitter fingers I want to see. Don't tell me what you got to say in words. I want you to type it out in WASD and left clicks. Let me know how you feel with the left trigger finger. That's how you talk to me.
All right. So next time if I'm gonna get in a fight with you, I need to make sure I bring my right mouse. Is that
Oh yeah.
So guys, wait. First of all, how about that last match? Like, let's talk about that.
Okay.
Blown out of the water. Are we playing Battleship? Because they sunk their ship for sure.
That was we as a team watched Dominguez Hills a couple of days ago in a scrim with Sacramento State, and I think we can all agree that they looked pretty good. If we wouldn't say that they looked strong, even in a game that they didn't win. But what we saw earlier today, that was a motivated team. They got incredibly strong. They performed wonderfully, and if that's what this league is going to represent, I'm excited.
Yeah, and I think we all talked about how like the team they were playing at the time, Sac State, they worked as a team. They were cohesive. You could hear them you couldn't hear them on the mic, but you could, feel them on the mic and how much they were talking to each other. But I feel like that's what we saw from Burgundy today. They must have been tuning in, like I guess like they were saying, watching the VODs, because they were like, okay, well, we can play as a team too. It's not just about individual excellence.
True.
Who knows? Maybe it was all about being reserved. They didn't show all their cards up front, and as soon as today, like, all right, hands down, let's get down and dirty. We're doing this.
Oh yeah.
And that's what you said, Ben. That's what you said at the scrim. You're like, I don't want to see all the tricks they have up their sleeve. I know they have more to show us, and they clearly did. I
mean, coming out that strong as a defense, blowing me away. I was just like, I knew they were reserved, but coming out that strong,
yeah,
it's something else.
Was it a 10-3 or a 10-2 defender side? I mean, I have that strong, the game is basically over at that point, right? Barring a massive collapse. So I'm impressed just to see them have that type of discipline, because you jump out to an early lead the way that they did, that can happen, but a lot of teams will lose momentum, or they'll start to get cocky. They'll start to think that it's already done. They don't have to put the work in. But Dominguez Hills finished strong. They started strong. They pressed the momentum when they got it, and then they delivered the closeout round with confidence. So that's an early indicator that they're one of the teams that we might need to watch as we move on in this league.
For sure. And it's like you said, Eli, it's that momentum that they build. At one point they were like 4-0, and it just seemed like they were just so comfortable. They were just like, okay, let's keep it going. We're not going to get cocky here. We're going to work as a team, and we're just going to dominate. I
believe the children like to say it's easy. I think that's the term for it.
GG-easy.
Wow, already throwing the date out.
So going into this match, guys, what do you want to see? Like, what agents do you want to see out on the battlefield, and what kind of stress do you want to see? Because we saw a very aggressive defense, and we saw a more timid offense, I would say. But what do you guys want to see?
You were talking about you have a bias towards Fidget. I've never seen Fidget play, so it's going to be a really good player. So I'm expecting high performance from this guy.
I'm not a biased host. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not biased at all towards Fidget on CSUN Red. No, I'm not red for Fidget and his team.
It's because both of these teams, both of these schools, Cal State Northridge and Cal State Fullerton, are representing two teams in the league, and they just so happen to be red. And that's the only reason McRib has lit the entire room up red. It's not a completely blatant display of favoritism towards one player or one team. She would never do something like that.
No, No. We're professional
But-
here at the Gamers EDU.
Exactly, professionalism in all ways. But as far as agents and what I'm looking to see, McReb, I know you asked that. I'm interested to see. We've seen a lot of Cypher, we've seen a lot of Omen, we've seen a lot of Sova. I'm interested to see what these heroes and agents are going to look like in this matchup and how these teams are going to play against the information gathering that those agents bring. Obviously, Valorant is a game where precision pays. You click the head, usually your opponent falls down. That's a pretty simple way to describe it. But what complicates that and what really drives home the need for teamwork and the execution is the information that comes along with that. When you have characters who can put things on the screen and now they can see around corners where they wouldn't be able to unless they were cheating before, now that can actually happen. And a team can communicate. So, you want to see how actual stacks to teams manage that because, as we saw with Dominguez Hill, when one team is communicating well and they're executing well, snowball starts rolling downhill. It gets bigger and bigger. I know there ain't a lot of snowballs in California, but there's a couple.
I mean, and
And they're all on DH. So going into this match, I know in the last round, Alon talked a little bit about how he doesn't like to see Arena on the field. She has a very selfish kit. She's just a very selfish agent in general. Are there any agents that you guys particularly you're not super looking forward to, or you're doubting, if they get played out there?
I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. If Breach doesn't show up. I didn't see a lot in the practice scrims. I saw being played, but he wasn't being played that heavily.
I think the discussion about Reyna, I think I would tack on to that and say I expect us to see, as I mentioned, more characters that are more beneficial for an entire team. There's no solo play here that will carry an entire match. Maybe 1 or 2 rounds can be won by somebody excelling, but over the course of 13 rounds to victory, you're going to need to work together as a team. So I would be very surprised to see either team come out with an agent that isn't, at least suited to help the team in some way, even if it's a Jet who is, very offensive, but she uses that agility and that mobility to gather intel and then maybe get back to the team the same way that a Phoenix can. I spot 2 people here. They were firing at me. These are their weapons. Now I'm back in the safety of, the team's proximity. So any agent that's just me, that's what I would say. No, we're not going to see much of that. You shouldn't expect to see that from 2 competent teams.
I wonder, also, are we going to see any healers? Because I know in the practice scrims we didn't see anything like that. And as you were saying, we're seeing probably in these leagues we're going to see more of a actual team-based kits, how they're going to help each other and progress each other to move forward. So I'm wondering if we're going to actually see any of the healers come out on the field today.
Yeah, I mean, when we casted the first scrim together, we didn't see a Sage, and I know later Eli brought up that Sage recently got a nerf, so she's not necessarily as integral to a team as she was when the beta came out. But I was still surprised, even in the last match, no Sage.
Mm-hmm. I think there's just a responsibility in terms of certain characters who can heal themselves. That's where maybe Sage being needing to get that nerf was one of those things where these teams are reading into that and going, okay, we do need to work as a team, but there is a such thing as being over dependent, and we need to move away from that. We don't want to handicap ourselves because you can play around a single character too much. And if that happens and the other team notices that, they knock that domino from underneath you, and all of a sudden your whole stack isn't as strong as it needs to be. Especially, in a game like this, you need to be able to represent. If any one agent goes down, if any one player gets caught out, once the operator's in play, people are 1 click away from going down. And if it's Sage to start out with, now your res is down, now you're 1 person down and all that. You really just can't afford that type of thing. So we'll have to see, though. I would personally be happy to see Sage. I'm really, really hoping to see Raze because I like rocket launchers, but we want to see good play over that. Before any characters, I want to see 2 teams playing extremely well.
Yeah, for sure. And I know last match we saw an op being used. We saw the Jet on CSUDH using an op. And I know in the last scrim we all casted together, we saw a team pull out 2 Odins, not 1 but 2. guns that you guys are looking forward to seeing out on the field, or some like gunplay that we haven't seen yet?
I mean, as you said, we saw the ops. I think it'd be cool to see a marksman, even though it's like it's the same thing. I get it, but those things, it requires a lot more skill because you can hit the body. It's not a one-shot kill. It be a headshot. I mean, I feel like that would be definitely a flex if they pulled it out and just started hitting those flicks on the heads, just to kind of like, hey, we know what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we saw in the earlier game that Cal Poly bought in to some guns earlier. They invested in their economy as far as like trying to get weapons up faster than we would normally see after a pistol round. So I want to see if that's something that we're going to see from more teams out of this league, or maybe if that's something Cal Poly will refine as the league goes on. But as far as gunplay goes, I actually really enjoy getting the summary of the teams in pistol rounds and those early eco rounds where there's not a lot of money being spent. I think it's more about where are you, how solid are you with your technical skill and your communication. I think those rounds give away a lot of information, because once you get into the later rounds, when both teams are fully equipped, you're usually going to get to a point where the spike is down and you've got maybe a 2v2 or a 1v2, and you're going to get back to those fundamentals. How quickly can you clear your corners? How well can you navigate the space without giving away your position while obtaining information about the enemy? So I think a lot can be gained for those late game clutch situations in those early pistol rounds.
Yeah, and I know last match we talked a little bit about the economy of Valorant, how important it is to like really use your money to your advantage. Do you guys have like, going into the second match, as we already saw two teams, take two very different strategies with how they bought? Do you guys have any like advice for these teams going in?
I mean, as Eli was saying, those first like 4 to 5 rounds are crucial for the economy. Getting those pistol kills. And even if you lose, you still get that lose bonus. But if you get those kills, you have that money. You're building your own economy to see what you can buy in the later rounds, to see how, because not only are you buying weapons, you're buying armor and you're buying abilities. So that all starts to tie in, $1,000 here for your armor if you're going to get heavy armor, and then a couple $100 per ability. It all adds up.
Exactly.
Down real quick, especially if you're dying and you have to keep buying your weapon.
Exactly. That's what I was going to get into, is that the knowing that there's a value in staying alive even in a round that can't be won. We've seen this game is not just deathmatch. It's not just whichever team loses 5 members will lose the round. If you're the attacking side, you plant the spike and all 5 members of the team die, but the spike goes off, you win the round, right? So there's a value outside of just pure KDA. And I think that's what I want to see both teams recognize. If the round is lost, but you've come across an op, if the round is lost, recognize that and say there's a value in surviving here, because we're going to have this extra advantage coming into the next round that we wouldn't have had if I felt the need to go all out and win. Now, if it's 12-8 and you're on the side that's got 8 points, yeah, you got to go for it, right? You got to throw the Hail Mary. But along the way, there are going to be those small victories that, as you mentioned, but they add up. Everything adds up. Nothing is wasted if you are aware of the resource and you know how to use it.
Yeah. I'm super excited to see how like both of these teams invest. I'm super excited. All right, so we're going to take a quick little 2-minute break. We're going to be right back as soon as these teams load in, and we're going to see some nice high-octane bloodthirst.
See you guys in about a couple minutes.
See you in 2.
back, guys, to the CVL tourney. I'm your host, Queen McRib, and before we get into the awesome Valorant gameplay that you guys are about to see, I wanted to remind you guys that this week is Mental Health Awareness Week, which is something that the Gamers EDU really holds dearly. So if you or anyone you know has been struggling mentally, you can either hang out with us in the Discord, or you can visit thegamersedu.org, and there's a whole list of resources that you guys can check out. So back to Bent and Eli. What's up, guys? Welcome back from break.
That break was very long, it seemed like.
That's how it goes when you want something super bad, right? You're just sitting there waiting, like, come on, guys. I want to play. I want to see you guys. I want to see things happen.
We can already in the chat the hype that is already behind these teams, and they're already going at it in the chat, just talking about how hyped they are. So I mean, that already gets me hyped up. My heart's racing already, and I'm just sitting here not waiting and looking. So
yeah. So that's what you want, right? That's the collegiate experience. It happens all the time. You got basketball teams, you got football teams. They're in the crowd chanting, "Let's go, such and such, ba 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 ba." Well, now we're in the chat. They're talking about who's outdated, who's overrated, who's gonna get upgraded. They're ready to go. They want to let us know. They want to let the other viewers at home know, and they definitely want to let the people, the fans at the other school know what's what before things get started. So we appreciate you all in the chat, repping your squad and your school, repping yourselves, and we appreciate you all for tuning in. I hope you do always. Please know we appreciate you being here just for being you. McRib, you mentioned that Mental Health Awareness Week, but I do want to take that time to say that is a very serious issue. If you or anyone you know is dealing with an issue like that, please remember that you are loved and you are cared for, and we absolutely want you here to cheer for your squad.
Let's go, CSUN. I'm sorry, wait, what?
not biased at all.
Let's go red.
Not biased at all.
Let's go red. Team red.
Team red. So it seems like the map today is Haven. Can either of you tell us a little bit about Haven?
I mean, Haven is definitely a wonderful map to play on. There is many corners, many hallways, many plays to be played, a lot of defense areas, a lot of offense areas. There's high places, there's low places. So, I mean, this is definitely going to be a good match to start off with, a good map. We're going to see a lot of different strategies, a lot of different plays, and how they're going to combat, you know, how someone's going to be higher than them and how they're going to be lower. So it's just going to be cool to see the difference.
Absolutely. Yeah. Map knowledge, really important in a game like this where your footsteps, you're very standing in one spot for too long can give you away. So these two teams are going to have to navigate Haven well. They're going to have to, as you said, manage that high ground, that low ground. But we do know that there are agents in the game that change the trajectory of things. There are characters with teleports. There are agents who can jump up and float down, right? We've seen Jet get across the map in what seems like the blink of an eye, you know, with that blaze storm up and completely change what feels like the positioning of the map. So we'll have to see as these teams approach what their options are, what their goals are, and what they're trying to do. As we get into this,
Like we said before, we're starting off with that buy phase, and well, I mean, there's nothing to buy now, so we're starting off with that pistol rounds. This is where we can get that momentum started.
Right. This is that start out, right? This is where we find out which team has the quicker first punch and which team is going to get out and set the tone. Whether it's going to be an aggressive attacker side, whether the defenders are going to come out and meet them right at the pass or lull them in. This is where we find out. And I'll tell you right now, this is where the jitters can be at their absolute worst as a competitor. But got 5 seconds to deal with it because here we go. We're getting started.
And we saw last round how much momentum plays into this game. As soon as your team starts getting momentum, it can really be a factor in just like destroying the other team.
And just as a note now, we do have Cal State Northridge on the defender side, so they will be the green team. As we see right now, Powell getting the quick start out for... Yeah, absolutely. Great start there for Fullerton getting the first blood of the match. And Powell moving quickly into the spawn. Gets around. That's 2K for Powell already. 3!
Is he
I'm
going
sorry.
off the whole team?
I'm sorry, Powell. Is that how we're starting? Is that how this goes?
I mean, we talked about momentum, but I didn't know we were bringing it out of the gate like this.
Absolutely. As Fidget picks up the kill there.
Almost got that 4K. Man, he was going off.
Absolutely, that was an incredible start already. But now it looks like things have settled down here. We've got a 3v2. The spike is down, so this is a retake situation now for Northridge. Oh,
going for the. Oh, did he?
almost there. Ashton quickly around that corner was able to get the first shot, but was ultimately fallen. So now, let's see now. That pistol round decided, right? Attacker side wins, right? Fullerton starting out well. What's going to be, how are they going to continue that momentum? What are we going to look for here in this second round?
We're seeing a lot more of an aggressive attacking side. Like, whereas last time we saw a little bit them playing a little more timid, a little more close to chest, we're seeing right out the gate, immediate attacking, and hopefully they'll gain that momentum.
You said before, these pistol rounds are definitely what decides that momentum of the match. Even though other teams can come back, just the different pistols and all that. And as we see here, we have different people using different weapons, starting off the shotguns or even the silenced pistol having that different accuracy. You think that plays anything into the match at all, Eli?
Well, I think it helps you get initiated a little bit faster, and that might have been the game plan coming into this for Fullerton, right? The idea that if we can move, we can be more aggressive. We're not going to give ourselves away, even right after the gunfight start. We'll be able to push that advantage, and it worked for the first round. But we'll see what happens now, as this is a tactical start out here already. Fullerton has the spike down. Oh.
When Spaghetti get that with the shotgun, turn that guy into Spaghetti.
Oh yeah. You call him Shorty, but he got a long memory. He always remembers the target. So, Spaghetti was able to get it down here, but despite that work there, it's still a 3v1.
Man, you got that.
Because you said that 2v1.
Yeah, but I think the spike is just it's already too far gone. Pophius aware of that.
Oh,
I had to let it go. And we saw right there, this is what we talked about in the pregame, right? Sometimes you know that it's a round loss. Pophius was aware that the spike had been down for too long. The defuse wasn't going to come. So what did they try to do? Get a couple of kills here before it's over. Catch somebody straggling because I get the gun out of their hands. I force them to rebuy. They can't stockpile that money. We keep the economy at least closer towards the center before it could get out of control and over to the fully to the side of Fullerton.
My ultimate isn't here.
We're seeing that Viper that muted and Alon wanted to see last match, actually.
I don't think we saw a lot of Viper play in the last in the practice script. So this is definitely cool to see a new player on the field, or a new character.
New agents always spice things up. As we see, Pau got into it, had to ult out, did get a kill. Now we are at a 4v3 as the response comes. It's been a really strong attacking side so far for Fullerton, but we are evened up. As you see, Fidget, who we were told to watch out for. Fidget is one of those names of interest for us. We're looking to see
a little bit.
Yeah. We're supposed to be watching this. So as we hang on to Fidget here on this flank, we want to see what happens. Spike isn't down yet, so this is still around, very much in flux as these teams rotate around. We're gonna get a re-engage on the site here as it looks like Northridge may have missed the rotation. They may not have been aware of where Fullerton was headed towards until it's too late now. So this is a plant and a defensive posture now taken by Fullerton on the attacking side.
And we see Fidget just got his visuals blocked. But is he going to stay there and just wait, or what's...
Nothing but sound and communication out from Intel getting out here as Fidget gets a shot through the smoke, popping out here.
One kill. Sushi chopped the one up and he didn't get the other one. I'll be honest, I was waiting to use that joke for a while, but still gonna use it.
Here we are at another situation. This is another example there where even if that had gone the other way, right? Even if Northridge was able to kill all members of the Fullerton team, the spike was down and had been down for so long that I'm not sure that a defuse had been possible. So I feel like right now we're seeing Fullerton initiating a bit more of the superior strategy right now. They're getting into sites quicker. They're getting to the spot a bit faster. And so even if they can't win every gunfight, even if they can't walk out with all 5 players alive, they're walking out with every round. And that's going to mean a lot as we get into these later rounds.
And that economy is huge. Not having to buy your gun every round, and that could be upwards of $2,000 or more. And that's money you can stockpile for later for those abilities that become more present in the later rounds.
Absolutely. Yeah. All it takes is 2 smokes in the right place, and it's like somebody never even got a chance to play.
Embarrassing.
See again. Wow.
Just coming out with those plays.
I think McRib, somebody might have heard that you lit the room red. I think Powell might be seeing red right now. The bloodlust is strong.
All he can see is red. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And this is again another incredible start for Fullerton. Although Spaghetti with a wonderful shot there across the hallway, but 2v3 gonna have to make something happen with this situation as the spike is down again.
We see him using his firewall to actually heal, which is, something a little different rather than some visual blocking. Sometimes you just got to use your abilities, heal yourself up. You ain't got no Sage on your team.
As it looks like right before, it looks like that. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get this spike. They're just gonna try to stay alive, keep the economy alive, or so I thought.
Yep, unfortunately, they're a little bit greedy trying to get in. I think like you said, off into the site in order to pick up a weapon, but unable to make it out. And so now that is a quick 4-0 rounds for Fullerton, and then a little bit of after
action. Like, that's my piece. You get away from me that easy.
Yeah, round doesn't end as soon as the spike goes off. There's still a little bit of time for some kills, and that adds up as well. So we're gonna need to see a response here from Northridge. They're gonna need to, figure it out now. This is round 5. They don't have a point on the board yet. This is the time for some doing. This is when we need Fidget to actually, maybe stiffen up a little bit and provide a stronger defense, because you don't want to go down 5-0, 6-0 in a round like this. We've seen earlier, it's really hard to come back from that type of deficit.
Basically, and it's like
you don't want to get too confident with that 4-0 lead. We've all still seen that before.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but it seems like these guys didn't come to practice or just fool around. They came to play and they came to win. So I don't know how narrow-minded they really are going to get.
Oh, wow. Beautiful shot there by Air, catching Powell coming around the corner. And that's the type of thing you want to see from the defenders. Even as the response comes, as they trade kills back and forth, you want to see the defenders initiating when they're getting into the sites and responding, rotating around. And that's what it looks like is happening now as Northridge comes around, meeting Fullerton at the pass, stuffing them at the door. This is what you want to see. Ooh, Sushi having to take a little bit of a risk there to get in and grab the spike. Manages.
Going down now, only having 2 attackers left. As you said, Grib, this is starting to turn around. That 4-0 lead isn't keeping right now, but we never know. We still got 20 seconds left.
Sure.
Yep. Wow. All right. Just like that. Solo. 15 seconds in the spike. You're on the attacking side. I'm not sure that, trying to win this is the play. If you have a gun that you feel comfortable with, you don't want to have to rebuy. You're really just trying to watch the approach, right? Make sure nobody can get into you, get a cheap kill. Yeah. And that's a smart play there by Zenito. You're not going to be the hero when your team is up 4-0. They don't need you to win this round by yourself. They need you to keep yourself upright, keep yourself and your money ready to go, because now you can support a teammate who might be down on funds and make sure they have armor abilities as need be.
Yeah, and that pick on Spujin at the start of the round was essential. He's clearly a strong player on their team. So immediately having him as first blood was, I think, probably brought their spirits up a little bit. It's like, there's no pop smoke around these corners now, finally.
Trying to pull some people out of that middle. Of course, they don't see our screen, so they can't see the wall hacks that we got, but...
Yep. Nah, just good old-fashioned communication and maybe a camera or two.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Artist. Yeah. Putin already going in the middle, going for that. Using ultimate. Now have that information, it still goes down.
3.
Now we're on Fidget with one defender and 4. They're just trying to go in. He's trying to get some kills off. He's not going down that easily. He's not backing off yet.
Look, I'm seeing red too.
Right? Yeah, no, even with the spike down, Fidget knows there's some value to be had here playing this corner. This is an okay position, but Pow was 4 kills on the round. That's one of those where you say, look, team, I need y'all to just hop on my back real quick. Let me go ahead and handle this. I'm ready for the task. And we've seen we've seen from Fullerton, right, that ability. I've mentioned it in prior broadcasts, but sometimes knowing your role and understanding when you have a Slayer on the squad, somebody who can get into the site and get work done, the job for you is to support them, to be around them, pick up if, you know, somebody's scattered, if somebody's low health, they're trying to scatter from that fight, or to provide, you know, that distraction that'll allow your Slayer to get into position and do that work. And that's what Fullerton's doing right now. That's what Northridge needs to be aware of. You know, the communication has got to come out on this defending side. Where is Phoenix? That's got to be priority number 1. We've got to contain this Phoenix, stop him from getting in, getting 2 kills, because even if we take him down at that point, the work has been done and we're playing from behind, which we can't afford to do as defenders.
Again, as you said, this information gathering is super important, and knowing where this enemy team is on either side is just that's what gives you that advantage.
Yep. As you see right there, Spaghetti finally getting the first blood there on Pow. And where did it happen? But in the site. So that's a great start for Northridge to this 7th round. They're looking to fight back, but they're not close to halftime yet. There's still a bit left here, but you definitely want to try to start pulling back and get this closer to even as we do near the half.
You see they went around left side, totally not even going to the other spike zone. Now taking this on the left side of the map for them. Now they're pulling the defenders to them, making it so that they're on their strongest defense, bringing that game to them.
Yep. Yeah, and that's another issue that I think we've seen out of Northridge. The rotations have not been crisp. They've been caught on the back foot trying to get around corners. As you see Bees right there cleaning up, because once you're steady and your opponent has to come to you, now their aim is off. Now they're giving themselves away. And that first shot can make all the difference, right? You click ahead, first shot, that is the beginning and the end of the fight. As we saw how that round went, Bees just stood sentinel, stay patient, stay disciplined, bang, bang, clean it up.
This isn't like any other game where your shots are, you know, you just got to hit them till they're dead. This is that one shot, one kill. You know, this game is completely relies on that precision. You know, unlike in like other games like Call of Duty, for instance, you know, you can hit them a couple of times in the head and, you know, and they might die, but, you know, you're just trying to get those shots on. This game, it's just you need that precision, that quick flick to the head, and that's when you're winning those rounds, and that's when you're getting those kills, and that's when you're leading your team to the victory.
Yep. As you see now, as the spray through the wall, just trying to ward anybody off. Don't hang out near doors. Be careful. Don't approach the giant green cloud. You know.
Start spraying and playing through those doors.
Yep. But maybe that's that's information still now for Northridge, and that's something to work on. Okay, you know, there's a gun that we can hear. There's at least one person we can identify. The question is, are they trying to lure us away from this site, or, you know, is that just calling us out, calling out our position as we see?
Did you see that power coming in with that just around the corner? 2 kills, 2K now. Did he not see the one behind him?
And that's what I was talking about, right? At this point, even if you get the response, the advantage is already to the attacking side. The spike is down. It's so hard when you're letting Phoenix initiate every fight with another 4K. By the way, just BT dubs. This is not going to be...
running back was insane.
You're not going to win against this. These are not winning rounds.
And I wonder even how Northridge's economy is doing right now. I mean, it's kind of sad we can't see, you know, their money right now, but I feel like they're hurting.
Oh yeah, almost
They have
definitely.
to be. 7-1?
Well, you lose 3 rounds in a row, you get up to near the amount of money that you get for winning a round, right? But when you're not getting kills, you're not stopping the spike plant, you're not, especially as defenders, you're not getting the money that you would get even in a losing round as attackers, right? Maybe we get wiped out, but at least we got a plant. We took out 4 people. There's a little bit of money here. But when you're losing rounds 4-1, you know, 3-0 against the attackers, that's crippling your budget because you're just not gonna make that money in time. And that's how you get a round or a half this slanted. It's very frustrating. But as we say that, as this round progresses, who do we see already taken out? POW, Phoenix, out of commission for this round. That's a great start, in my opinion, for Northridge. That's something to build around.
And that's as you said, taking out that Phoenix, he was able to get his team all that information they needed, know which side they need to switch to and where to go from there. So having that guy out, that's definitely going to give them, it's going to hurt their team a little bit, but even then they still can pull it off.
You see the spike goes down, even as that initial fight did go good for or go well for Northridge. They weren't able to rotate around, so they are going to have to retake as we get guns a-blazing right now. Zanito handling business, does get 2 before he gets traded out. Now we've got a clean 1v1. Fidget on the op. Hello, red light on, red light, McRib.
Come on. We know McRib wants to see Fidget
Holding my breath.
off.
But that spike is getting closer
We
and
hear
closer.
that spike just ticking down.
And even if he can get that kill, I don't know if he's going to have enough time to even defeat. Yeah, you know what?
I don't think so. Yeah,
He's done. He's taking that economy. He's keeping his guns.
Yep, holding the op.
You guys think that was a move though?
At that point, you're not gonna get that defuse. As frustrating as it is, they're still around to be played. They're still around to be won. You can't get that one, and you can't afford to lose an operator off of an unwinnable round. Especially if you're Fidget, if you're looking to lead the team, if you're looking to be, one of those in-game kill leaders, one of those slayers, you're gonna need to hold on to that weapon because you can win a round for your team at the beginning, but you might not be able to win it at the end if the spike is that far gone.
So what do you guys think that Northridge can do to kind of pull the ultimate Uno reverse card here?
Honestly, I'm not even sure they have so much momentum right now, and the defenders are they're trying to keep up.
I think it's all going to center around how they manage POW, how they are able to deal with POW. When we get to the defensive side and the switch happens, what are they going to do? As you see right here, POW is in. They got the information. They got the molly around, but still the first kill goes to POW. As an attacker, you'll take that because you should have died trying to turn the corner. Instead, it is 4v3 on the attacker side. The spike is down. That's great, great coordination on the side of Fullerton, because even when someone goes down, the team is moving forward. They know the type of attention that POW will draw coming around corners. So when he goes, they go. Maybe not in the same direction, but with the same objective, and it adds up.
You can see now, you can see how well they're communicating. They're keeping together. They're making sure that they keep the ball in their court. They're not giving any leeway to Northridge at all.
Oh my God, Fidget, please. Fidget, please. Please, Fidget.
Please.
I see you scoped in. I'm glad you're not cheating, but please. Oh no. So close there, but the spike is going down.
Still got him when he was running away. He wanted to get that kill. He was bloodthirsty. And he still got wiped out by the bomb too.
Taken out, yeah, this is the conversation that we're gonna have, right? 9-1. This game is looking extremely out of hand. It's looking very doubtful for Northridge at this point. And this is the conversation they're gonna need to have in review with their coach, amongst themselves, even going into this halftime. How do we get this retake and these rotations under control? Because I think they can actually fight, in a pure deathmatch style, guns up brawl with Fullerton. I don't think Northridge is that far behind. I don't think that's what their issue is. But the rotations, the coordination, the communication to know the objective, that's where they've been lacking, because they've gone down to 1-1, but the fuse is already too low. There's no defuse possible. So if they're the attacking side or you're the defending side and the defuse is impossible, you can't win the round, no matter how many people you kill. What are they going to do on the attacking side?
I love that whenever POW goes in to run it back, he always has a teammate to guard his body. That's what I love. It's just this it's like you guys said, it's this cohesive communication. Every ability they're using to their team's advantage.
They're covering their punish phases.
Yeah.
It's what ability. They don't have the straight up gun right there.
That's what you love to see in a team, a true team. It's what you dread when you go into solo queue, because You're not gonna have it.
Truly.
As I see Fidget. Fidget trying to get pops through the smoke. It's 5v4 now for Northridge. That should be to their advantage. But look at where Fullerton is positioned at. Look at where they're at. The spike is down. They lost somebody, right? Northridge is 5 deep, but the spike is down. They've got to approach, and what happens? Boom, boom, boom.
Just kills after kills. The bloodthirst is there. They're going down like flies.
Bees with the 3K.
Someone come out with the fly swatter all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah. Now Fidget. Yo! Oh, okay.
Fidget almost had it. So
Okay.
close. So close.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Fidget. That was almost pretty nice. But the problem, as we get into this penultimate round before, what would have happened if Fidget had made that godlike shot, right? We would have gone, ooh, and
We see over here, we got him flexing, just throwing out some omens and, just making sure they know that you're spending their money.
Yeah. We would have seen that, but what would have happened if that shot had landed? It still would have been 10-1 Fullerton. We still would be looking at this massive deficit. It's very, oh my God.
Okay, they're like, we're done. We're just spraying through the wall. We're
done. Just maxing. Like you said, you know what? We can get 2. We can get 1. It don't matter. Don't matter. Just let them go. What happens when you buy fireworks but you sleep through the 4th of July? You let them off the next day. That's what we're looking at right now. Just letting them off later in the night. July 5th, July 6th. We don't care.
We already got Ponky's down.
Yep.
And we see here they have such a good
It's Sushi going into darts.
Yes, Jet Super is what I want to see out on. Sushi gets taken down. We got that 1 kill off.
Blaze-Storm there managed decently well, but
now having the defense move into their court again.
Same old story, and that's gonna ultimately be the story of this game unless something truly miraculous happens on this attacking side, which I'm not gonna rule out, right? I'm not gonna say it's impossible as Fidget pops that ult, looking to make something happen. This is the last round before halftime. There's no reason to hold on to it. You don't get to keep that ult heading into your attacking side. You might as well, go for it. As we see right here, Fidget.
Oh, I thought he was gonna go for it. He did go for it, but I thought he was gonna get it.
Got 1, but now 11-1.
I mean, are they just copying DH from last round?
Well, this is actually an improvement. This is a faster, run. I appreciate my free time and all that. I'm a big fan of having my time to myself to do what I want. But I've got to say, I wasn't expecting to be free this quickly.
I mean, come on. I wanted to see some more Bloodthirst. I mean, of course, they coming out with a straight Bloodthirst. They were being aggressive. They just getting the kills.
Now, let's not speak this.
It's also what we said.
I was going to say, this isn't over, right? Northridge down, but not out, right? They have their other side, the attacking side, but now you've got to win, you've got to win basically 10 rounds, 11 rounds straight, because the next round that Fullerton wins will put them on match point. So this pistol round here is so critical. They need this. They absolutely need this round. They can't afford to lose it.
It's what we were saying in the previous match event. It's like the spike really introduces a whole new element to the game. You can be like an amazing marksman, clicking heads left and right, but if you don't defuse the spike, it's useless.
That's true. Even if all your attackers go down and you got that spike down with that time left, you're still gonna win.
Right. You see a stronger attacking side here out of Northridge. Both, but Pow, who else would it be? Who else would it be? The Molly's down. I know you're around that corner.
Well, now he does.
He's playing it so well. He just knows how to get people out of those corners and into his gun sights.
Oh my. What a demonstration by Pow. If it wasn't enough to say as an attacker, I can get in and get it done. The retake, solo. I know I'm going to outplay you around this corner. I know you're going to hide around that corner. Oh, you're waiting for me to defuse, huh? No, there's a Molly. Oh, you thought I didn't know which agent you were on. You were going to be on top of the box, not scrambling around. You were wrong again. That's the solo play that wins rounds. it tells the story of the
It's
game.
also that map awareness and I guess the agent awareness as well.
Just being able to know how they're going to use their agents and be prepared.
Yep. So as we get into this is match point. This is it for Northridge, unless they make this happen. And unfortunately, losing the pistol round early, you see Fullerton, a quick invest because they know if we get this round, we don't need to worry about the economy for the rest of the match. It's pointless. If we can get it done right here and right now.
I mean, we already see in the chat they're already starting to spam easy. I mean, I don't know. I hope Northridge starts to come back. We need a little bit of resistance.
I'm fighting words.
We'll see right now. It's been a good start for Northridge. They were able to get first blood. If we see Sushi though quickly, even in the tide, and then of course there's Beast letting it know. Oh no, it's starting to fall all apart for Northridge now as the attackers try to push in. They're not finding the spot, but there's Fidget and the response. Is that a marksman? Is that a marksman I saw?
It might have been, but Power just shut that down for sure. Power again, he knows he's there.
30 seconds left.
And Power getting it done.
And there it is right there. Of course, it had to be. Couldn't be anybody else. What a dominant match there for CS Fullerton Red. That's one half of the squad. As we mentioned, both of these schools have two teams or multiple teams in the league. I'm really curious now. I can't wait to see what happens when their other side plays, because part of me is wondering, like, did they split their strength in half? Is this like, what if this is like the less strong team? I'm not gonna say the weaker team because I didn't see any weakness. I don't know about y'all. I did not see any weakness out of Cal State Fullerton tonight, but I'm excited. That's a statement.
Definitely. I mean,
I also don't know if the marksman at the end though was the play. I mean, I love to see some skill on the field, but I'm like, the last match, this is match point, and you want to go for some headshots? Like, just get in there and get the kills.
But that's
I think it was just a Hail Mary. I don't know if they knew they were going to lose, but I think if they pulled it off, doing it with a marksman, that would have been that top-notch play though.
Well, it's like I said, right? Normally you wouldn't invest early in a gun like that. You would just save a little bit more, go and get the operator, go ahead and operate at the fullest potential. But when it's match point and the other team is more likely to feel like they need to go in, they need to get things done as well, you simply counter that. If you lose that round when you're already up 12-1, you can actually afford to start losing rounds at that point. You're on match point. You're just looking for one. You lose. All right, they got us. We can go eco. We can go eco. We can go eco. We can go eco. Full buy. Let's see what happens. Put it all on the line at that point. And I think that's what we saw out of Cal State Fullerton was just confidence at the end there, just pure confidence.
And I mean, it was deserved. We saw like a dominant round for back to back, actually.
Yeah.
Back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
They're dropping out.
And so
there.
we're actually about to go on break again, but we do have one more match for you guys. So stay tuned for that.
Absolutely. Be ready. McRib's lights will change, but she will forever be radiant.
It was nice being able to host for you guys, and I think next up you guys got Funny and Muted back, so that's gonna be awesome to see them back. Got to give them a little break.
See you guys later.
All right, guys. So we'll see you guys later.
It's been the OG Bent.
No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back, guys, to the CVL tournament. I am closing it out, or at least the second match, with the lovely OG Ben and the lovely Eli the Curry. Welcome back, guys.
Good to be back, but hey, we're closing it out. As she said, the second match, Florida taking it with that full force. So great to see that. And after this, we'll be having Funny and Muted back. So that's going to be awesome to see.
Absolutely. Want to say thank you all so much for everybody tuning in and watching us. But no, as McRib said, the night is not over. We are leaving you in wonderful hands as it goes out. GG's to Cal State Fullerton. GG's to Cal State Northridge. Remember that this is but week 1. There will be much reviewing and improvement to go as this league continues. And I'm excited to see that. But for tonight, I will say GG's and good night.
Bye, guys. We'll see you soon.
La la
Welcome back, guys. I am your host, Queen McGriv, and welcome back to the CVL tourney. I'm so excited to see what this last matchup has in store for us. I hear a lot of very promising things, especially in chat. But before we get started, I just want to remind you guys that this week is Mental Health Awareness, which is super important to the Gamers EDU. And we really want to be that safe space for you guys so you guys can reach out to us and really use the resources that we have provided for you. So down in the panels, we have some resources you guys can use, along with the Discord, where you can actually chat with any of the casters, and it's actually filled with a bunch of super helpful mental health awareness information and resources. And this matchup will actually be casted by the lovely Muted and the lovely Funny Man. Welcome back, guys.
Yeah, glad to be back.
This is going to be an exciting one.
So first of all, let's just talk about last match.
So I got to redeem myself for the chat. I know I said 13-7, okay, but these guys fried yesterday. You have to have been to the scrim. They absolutely just wrecked everybody. But yeah, it was kind of sad to see on the side of CSUN. CSUN did so well yesterday on their scrim. Honestly, probably one of the best teams we got to cast. I still give a shout out though. Fidget, he kept it in for them. He tried to do his best. I could see it on everything. Got to talk to the champ right before the game, and it was really good. You know, like I had high hopes for CSUN, but at the end of the day, it looks like Fullerton came back, because Fullerton we did cast as well. They didn't do very good at all, actually. They they got knocked out, but they came back to say that they're still in the running. So I think they took our notes from our last cast, Fierce, and they actually changed it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, definitely stepping it up from the previous cast, and that's a good win to start off the league. So see if they can hopefully they can keep it rolling.
And what did you guys see from their from the attacking side? What strengths do you think that the team has?
I think they were just more they were definitely more aggressive on the attacking side. When we watched, they played very passive. They played the game of the opponents, so they never played their own game. And I just felt like from watching them, it was a big improvement on their confidence. It felt like their execution. It felt like even if we could get some player comms, their comms were all on point. Everything was just stacking up right for them. And so it doesn't surprise me that Fullerton won. I mean, they kept it head to head in the scrim and eventually got rolled 18-13, but or 8-13, I should say. And but this game definitely they said, hey, we're going to change the way we do some things and try to roll the team, and they did. Fortunately, CSUN, it's really bad on their part, but I know they're going to come back better than ever. Hopefully, next one.
Hopefully. And so we saw super aggressive defense. We've seen a super aggressive offense now going into it. What do you guys, well, I know you can't see into the future, but what are you guys hoping to see in this matchup, in this final matchup?
I mean, I just hope for a brawl, right? Everything we've been hearing about these two teams. I mean, they're, supposedly going to be, predicted some like, potentially top 3 teams in the league. And, just like Funny was saying, right? It seemed, the name of the game seems to be aggression, right? Not just on, the attacking side, but even defense. Aggression just seems to really work. The confident, aggressive team seems to always come out on top. And, when the aggression happens, like, the other team, if they're not aggressive, they're just really thrown off by it. So, I mean, I want to see aggression. I want to see trading from both sides. I mean, I want to see this map go the distance.
Yeah, I'm hoping, hey, I've been saying it, dude, during our scrims. I want an OT. And I think these teams can give it to us. I mean, to say that they're probably arguably one of the top 2, if not part of the top 3 teams in the entire league right now. There's a lot of hype coming to these guys. I mean, yesterday, even when we were watching their scrims and casting their scrims, we had the chat saying SJSU doesn't get anything but wins. So they say that's basically saying they don't lose. That means that's some pretty huge statements to say there for a team, but as well as San Diego State University as well. I mean, we saw their red team. This is their black. This is like I haven't seen them, but they said from the word, and he said that they're absolutely on a different level. So it's going to be kind of crazy to see this matchup. I'm hoping for an OT, but yeah, I think it's going to be one of those where it's head to head. I'm not going to be able to cast as much of what's going to be going on in the games. That's all I know.
And we're loading into Haven. Can you guys, I know we got a little brief rundown about Haven. Is there anything else you guys want to add onto this map and the details about it?
And again, it's just, the most, unique map I've seen so far, right? Like a tactical FPS. I mean, you got 3 bomb sites, right? You don't just have your A and B, you've got your C. So, I mean, there's multiple options. And, if you can throw the enemy team for a loop like we saw in the first match me and Funny casted, I mean, things can get out of hand pretty quickly. So, I mean, you've got to, have a good plan for where you want to go.
Yeah. I mean, I just like it. The biggest thing about it is that it has 3 bomb sites, not just 2. So it does require a lot of skill and it's also fun to watch because you get all the fakes. You get people thinking they're going B, then they go C, then they went C, but they actually went A, and then all these other little mix-ups that you can do. But I mean, I'm excited. That's all I can really add for Haven, but excited to see this match going.
We've talked at length at how important this upcoming pistol round is. I mean, they've literally foreshadowed the ending of it basically every game. The teams that have steamrolled in the pistol rounds are the ones who eventually came out on top.
Yeah, I mean, it just sets a big I mean, tone for the match, right? We were talking about the economy system in the first game, right? I mean, you win pistol round, you've got money for the next round. Unfortunately, the team that loses isn't going to have, much money at all. Basically, if they want to get a full buy going, they're going to have to wait till the third round. So yeah, I mean, if you wanna control the game and start off hot, you need to win those pistol rounds. And like we saw in the first match, a team that won both pistols, I mean, they rolled the game.
Pistol
Yeah,
rounds,
and
like I said before, it's detrimental, right? It's basically a free 3 round. You're at least guaranteed 3-0, if not 2. So 2 rounds, 3 rounds, gifted for free. That's pretty huge.
ooh, that was a nice updraft.
Yeah, Jets. Some of the Jets we've seen have just been so smooth with their movement. I mean, I think Jet is by far my favorite character to watch in this game.
We've
Just
seen her almost in every single team comp so far, at least today.
she's a big asset to the team. Just the fact that most people use her for her op, just because she can get on those ledges, be able to quick peek, dash away, get into a different position, and get ready to get the op kills here. But oh my goodness,
Nice by Gong. What a clutch. San Jose starting off with that pistol. There we go. I mean, this will give them a good lead, but what a huge clutch by Gong. Very low health, but aim was good.
it was really good. So I know I posted in the chat to see their predictions. A lot of people are giving it over to mostly SUSD. They're saying that SUSD is going to be coming up here 13-8. I see a 13-0, 13-9, 13-5, 13-4. They're saying that San Diego State University is going to take this. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I don't know. San Jose State yesterday really did impress. Chris was one of those players that we highlighted. He came in, and it was like the chat was Chris Nation yesterday. It was insane. It was all about
For real.
Chris.
You're converting to Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean on that train it was everybody loves Chris, not hates Chris. So I mean, yeah. So, but yeah, it looks like they're going to be trading out 3v2. So far, they're holding out on this round. Looks like they're going to go and get it down on C. So they should be pretty good going into the third round. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, again, we're going to see the key of the pistols.
Yeah. Both teams seems to be playing it pretty well right now. We are in a 2v3 on the side of San Jose State being down, but oh no, San Diego State being down, but San Jose's keeping the pressure on them, able to get the kill and close out the round here. Really good shots by the boys over in San Jose State, and it's looking good. I think that the 13 might be landing on the side of San Jose State. I don't think it's gonna go San Diego here pretty soon.
You don't think they can reverse this momentum that they seem to be gathering, the attackers?
I mean, the aggression
depends,
coming through.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to see an attacking team to do well, right? I mean, usually we see the defense, get off to a hot start. But, I mean, I want to see a team, know how to attack and play well. So, I mean, I'd like to see this continue going. But it'd be nice if there was a little bit of a momentum swing.
Yeah, it's like that curse that everybody says most maps are going to be defender sided and attackers aren't going to be able to do much. But I think San Jose State, even yesterday, I think they started on attacker round as well, and they just plowed through. So they're breaking that curse. They're showing everybody that, hey, there ain't no defender sided maps out here for us, at least. So we're going to see Chris here go get the flash. Well, he glitched.
Flash the wrong way. Flash
Yeah.
the complete wrong way, and Cypher catches him off guard, but Jet's able to trade, and looks like they're going to be able to get another one down as Bear gets that kill, Jet gets another one, and that's going to be bombed down on A, so we're going to be looking for San Diego to make a retake.
Op's already come out,
Jet has
too.
the op. Oh, gets a pick on Gong through the smoke. That's huge to even up into the 2v2. As GDP is going to try to get close and see if he can get on site, but little does he know there's a Jet waiting right around the corner.
I think just pulling the op out and just getting that aggression really changes the way the map works right now. As you can see now, San Jose State was just completely thrown off guard.
Oh.
That was really huge. I think the fact that the op's out so early in the games really puts a precedent on the field, makes everybody thinks twice before they peek or even try to push in before anything happens. So
Yeah, and there you see, yeah, I mean, they finally get to a bye round, San Diego, and I mean, they get a win, right? I mean, the pistol will throw teams off for a couple rounds, but some teams come back on that bye swinging, so that's pretty huge. Attackers able to get it down, but that was a good little retake from Crayola and I think it was GDP.
Yeah, it's only a 2v1 now. We could be getting that push-pull that you guys have been wanting in these games.
I'm hoping it's going to be really exciting if it does go that way. Cat and mouse games can kind of seem long and dragging, but just seeing the game, like right now, trades are going through. People, they're just attacking each other. They're going straight aggressive. It's
There
so
we
great.
go.
Crayola,
Yeah, look at
my
that pick
goodness.
on Crayola. Gong's going to throw out the Sova ult. Doesn't seem to hit anything so far. The Jet's going to be able to stay safe. Oh, he actually caught his teammate a little bit there. But Elvin's still able to stay alive. Looks like he's going to be able to get bombed down in the 2v3 situation, but they've got the Cypher on the flank, the Phoenix. Phoenix and Raze are collapsing there. The kills come through, and that's it. Tie game 2-2.
Super huge on the side of San Diego, man. It's great. It's looking so great so far. I mean, I haven't seen any of this as happen in some of the scrims, but they're going at it hard. I just love it how they're not one team is going to be passive. We usually see the aggressive team, once they're aggressive, they stay aggressive, and the other team kind of shies away and tries to, regroup themselves. But both teams, every game, it's like head on. All right, we're flying through doors, and if we die, boys, and just getting kills, trades left and right. So it's really great to see.
I mean, whether it works out for either team or not, I mean, it makes for the most entertaining matches, right? I'd rather have a team play fast and quick than slow and sleepy. What is this? That is a huge crosshair the Phoenix is rocking here. I just noticed that. Usually kind of see small and precise crosshairs, but I guess he likes the big one there. Jet pops her ult, is not going to get anything with that ult. Eclipse gets a double, and that's going to be 5v2. San Diego looking for a flawless round as the Raze and the Cypher are going to be hunting for the Omen and Phoenix here.
We're going to see Paranoia go out by Elvin. Chris is watching the corner, making sure that he's covering his Omen's backtrack, but now he gets one kill on MDZ. You're going to see Utility coming out right now against Chris. Gets another kill.
Crispy.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god, dude. He has such a crispy shot. Oh my word. He just took him on 1v3.
That is huge. Now we can see why the chat yesterday was all about Chris. My goodness. Gets the 3-piece, evens it out for his team. It's a 2v2 right now. San Diego State versus San Jose. It's looking huge. Paranoia is out. GDP is definitely covered. He does not know what's going on at the moment. Oh, gets the kills on Chris. Rushes out. Knows that the other player is there, but he's just going to take his time. He's going to escape with his life. I think that's a good play.
10 seconds
He
left.
has very low health on him, but oh my
Elvin
goodness.
gets it with low health.
Spike planted.
We're down to that 1v1.
Yeah, Jet's not in a good position. Bomb's gonna get planted with 3 seconds left. Looks like the Omen's gonna be able to get out of there. I mean, he's low health, but I mean, if he plays his high ground right, I think he can do it. So actually, he's gonna ult out and try to fake this Jet out here, but Jet's got to play it pretty slow, right? Got the op in hand, can't make any quick moves, but I think the Jet might have an idea that Elvin's on the back. Oh man, the timing's got to be just right.
It's going to be a little bit intense.
Sneaking up.
Oh my goodness!
Knife, no way!
That's a feels bad in the chat right there. Ran out of ammo, could not take out of the Jet.
I can't believe it. I mean, Chris able to pull that round with the 3 kills, and it goes into a 1v1 in the end. And man, if Omen just had a few more bullets in the clip, that would have been a clutch. But wow, what a round that was.
Like I said, there's going to be so much action, man. I don't think we're going to be able to catch it all, but hope you guys that are watching this are really enjoying it. It's quality gameplay here. We got prime time with these two amazing teams going against each other. It's right now 3-2. We're on the side of the attacker side, which is going to be San Jose State. And we're watching Ray right now as he's playing a little bit passively. They're trying to get something going here. They got the sheriff, so we're probably going to see a bunch of headshots come here really soon. You buy the sheriff to one-shot people in the head. That's the only reason you want to buy a sheriff. You don't really want it for any other reason. But so this is going to be a fun round to watch. Let's see what they do. We got the side of San Diego as well. They have alts. Every single person has an alt. That's insane. Nothing's been wasted, and if they have, they gained it back.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of action. I mean, 8 ults combined, but San Jose doesn't have much this round. I mean, if they can get some accurate shots off of the sheriff, they can definitely make it work. Is going to go on to Bear here, lurking onto the A site, and Cypher's the only one there. So if they hit this quick, well, actually, no, there's one more person in the back, but if they hit this quick enough, they might be able to get onto the site. 'Cause, yeah, we see the Cypher's all alone. He's just over. Yeah, thrown it out. They're finally going to hit it, but no, I think they're giving time for reinforcements to catch up. So, yeah. Yep, San Diego's going to hit him head on, get the kills clean. I think, yeah, San Jose took too much time.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
That was
A nice little
that was
flawless
just a
right
flawless
there.
round. My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, San Jose just took too much time. I mean, they were kind of waiting. You saw Bear lurking A, and the rest were down lower, and I just gave time for San Diego to figure out what was going on, rotate from B, and just shut that play down with a flawless. And yeah, I mean, attacking team went up 2-0, but got a 4-round swing here, and they got the economy rolling in their favor.
Yeah. Really huge on the side of San Diego. Right now it's 4-2. That's still pretty close. I mean, closer than most rounds. We usually right now see a 4-0 and the team barely starting to show some life, but San Jose is keeping it up there with them every round. They're not getting the first blood, but they're keeping people up. I think that's going to be big on the side of San Jose if they're able to get some couple of first bloods on some detrimental players. Their Jet, San Diego State's Jet, and Phoenix have been putting in some work. So if they can get MVZ knocked out, and if they even can get their Jet player knocked out, they're in a good run. And there we go, first blood on the side of San Jose.
I really did.
Oh, Jet coming in with the double daggers out will get shut down by Elvin, but man, they're just going fast and aggressive on B. Looks like the spike was planted by Omen. And yeah, Jet repositions to the back of the site. That's going to be a 3v2. Omen and Cypher still have ults. Probably won't sleep this round. Low health, but let's see if they can hold on as yeah, Elvin's able to trade out the Omen 1v2 for the Cypher.
And they know exactly what is at.
Yep. Yeah, Elvin's only got 30 HP. Doesn't have much. I mean, the Cypher can potentially make some work here, but he's got to go. He's got to make the right picks. Fakes a bomb. Gone gets him. Yep, goes down 4-3.
That's excellent shots on Gong. I think out of these two teams, one thing that I have noticed is their consistency in their gun skill has been real huge. I think most teams, you kind of see those whiffs. You know, you think they're gonna get the kill, but they don't somehow, missing all their shots. But each one of these guys, I mean, you see them either looking like pros, insta head and shotting people the moment they're turning corners, or at least getting most of the body shots in to finish them off. So these guys right now, I could see the big talk. I could see why they're talking big about these two teams here.
I mean, I agree on the aim. Yeah, I mean, Chris. I mean, every angle you've seen them take, right? Gun has been at head level, right? They know where to look. They've spent that time in training, aim lab, whatever they train with, and I mean, yeah, they are rock solid. They are rock solid with their aim. But yeah, it looks like we did have a little bit of a crash here. I'm going to try to get back into this.
And those are
Come on, what are the standout players for you guys so far? Who has really stood out to you?
Again, Chris, right? I mean, the clutch 3 kills in that round. I mean, that round basically was a throw, right? I mean, that Omen at the end should have had that clutch. I mean, I feel a little bit bad for Chris, right? Getting the 3K to turn that around. But yeah, so far, I mean, from the scrim the other night in this match, you know, Chris is Mr. Consistent, and that's who I'm looking at so far.
I wouldn't count out just Chris. I would say Alvin too has been made some crazy things. Alvin did some great work today too, just getting those kills that he needed to do. I think even in our past scrims, it did well. So right now, I'm looking at Chris and Elvin at least on the side of San Jose State.
Yeah, for sure. And it's cool to see Chris on Phoenix as like more of like using his like just his gunplay rather than I usually see Phoenix is really relying on their abilities. But he's really just been relying on himself and his god aim.
Yeah, I mean, even in yesterday's scrim that we were able to see with him, um, I think that once he gets into those higher rounds, we saw him use exceptionally well his abilities, being able to heal himself and be super aggressive with those. Because the big thing about Phoenix is that fire doesn't hurt him, so it actually heals him. He'll drop down his wall, throw his little fire bomb straight on the ground, run straight through, and push a team. And he has a whole cut for himself. And the great thing about Chris is that one, he's good. He's good with his gun, and that's huge because when you have somebody with Phoenix to be able to do those type of plays, those type of moments for the team, he's reliable. That's what makes him an entry fragger. That's the big portion of an entry fragger. Get the kill, get as many kills as you can. Don't worry about dying because you got your support behind you that's going to trade out the kill after you're dead. And the thing with Chris is that he doesn't just get one kill. He'll go and grab 3, die, and then be like, all right, everybody, pick up the slack. There's only 2 left. So, I mean, he's his own support at sometimes, too. He gets his own trades, and he's like, well, I took out 3, and I just died. It's okay. Let's go on. Let's keep moving.
We're back into this 1v1.
GDP sticking it. Looks like he got it halfway. He's going to try to pre-fire Gong, but Gong's not having any of it. He gets 4 kills in the round, and yeah, San Jose on the attacking side are right back into it as we're getting a glimpse of the scoreboard. Yeah, Gong 13-5, Elvin 7-7. On the other side, yeah, I'm not surprised Crayola on the Jet is going off, and yeah, I mean we got a close game so far. I mean Gong just keeps making these plays. Chris on the other side, and
it's just huge, man. They're already coming up. I mean, it's 5-4. This is a really close game. It just keeps trading hands. Like the lead keeps trading between both of these teams. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, and neither of them are allowing each other to build up that momentum that we saw in the last 2 matches. That was the team's downfall and like super detriment.
yeah, I mean they're just being, consistent and not letting round losses get to them, right? I mean, if you can go down one round, but immediately swing back the next, right? That stops any, breaking of your economy and, kind of keeps it going back and forth, which is exactly what we were hoping for this series. So, yeah, Chris, look at that aim. Nice headshot as he's going to be stuck in not stuck in a 1v4. They're actually going to be in a 4v1 advantage, and now they might get a 2-round lead for their own. As, yeah, that Phoenix is going to have to back off with a gun.
We just saw Chris heal himself with his hot hands. Literally, as we were just talking about it before.
He knows how to use it. I think he's one of the exceptional, probably best Phoenix I've seen so far. I mean, MDZ as well has done some work in this round, but from just seeing Chris and his work with the Phoenix has been amazing. So I can compare with probably seeing top 1, top 2 Phoenix players right now in the league playing against each other in this matchup. It's really huge for it, and it's going to be fun to see. Phoenix gameplay tonight is going to be really great, and I mean highlight worthy. We should have some highlights here from these guys because it's been phenomenal.
For sure.
Yeah, it absolutely has. And looking at the scoreboard here, yeah, it looks like San Diego is gonna be a little mixed. You have one person with a Phantom and the rest with pistols, so they're really gonna be relying on the Phantom player to get kills. Is usually you want to see everybody a little bit more on the same page, but yeah, they're just not there on the economy. And yeah, it looks like it's gonna probably go 7-4 here. Yeah, Jay trying to find Jet in the back. Nice kill. If she can get away with this frag, nope, Bear's gonna take her. But that was a nice little kill to try to bring things back.
Ray's been doing well, was able to get the trade. Right now we're on a 3v2, 3 alts on the side of San Diego. Ray's going to see A1, get an engagement, miss all of his shots, run away, play his life, but Albin's going to get traded. Get the trade on GDP. Crayola's coming out with the...
Oh,
get
he
shut
goes down.
And MDZ makes the play.
And what a round, and Gong finishes them off. Yeah, 7-4. Looks like they'll be able to buy this round. Yeah, it's going into the half. I mean, being on the attacking side, this is very good, right? Considering what we've seen recently on this map where it's just so, defensive heavy. I mean, on Ascent, we've seen teams, or seen a team or two do pretty well on attacking. But, I mean, if you can get 8 rounds on attacking, that is really big.
That's huge. Really huge for the sides that are able to achieve it right now. And it looks like we're going to see the op come out on Crayola, so that's going to be real huge. We're going to see another op play.
Riola can shoot. That's one thing. He's proven.
Oh, that
yeah,
was a
Jet
huge.
with the opening. Yeah, with the actually not the opening pick, the second pick. But yeah, Jet's on B site with op. I mean, name a more iconic duo.
That was just gorgeous. Quick shot. Straight down. Right now, it looks like they're going to be taking the C control here. And we already know defense knows. Crayola's waiting for that to finish. They're trying to get some shots here through the smoke, trying to get at least some damage. Back inside knows that they got the presence there, but they're just waiting. And now we have Jay Lee. It looks like he might just play spoiler. He's going to play flank, come out of nowhere, and try to get the kills that he needs to get. See the ult and the information. Alvin!
Nobody ever saw him. He just sat there. He even tried the ult out, but yeah, nobody ever saw him. They finish it off with an 8-4 lead, and yeah, I mean, I saw him ulting. I thought people were about to push in on him.
Yeah,
But
you get a voice line when he ults, when Omen ults.
right, and yeah, he was able to put it, cancel it, then he just sat in the same spot and got a kill. It's like, okay, I'm just here, I'm just chilling, but yeah, he made it work.
That was really huge, though. My goodness. San Jose State is coming back. He's like, no, we're the top one. Like they're number 2. We're number 1 here. And even seeing in the chat right now, everybody's giving some the San Diego State fans are giving some banter over here, saying that they're just overly cracked casuals on San Jose side. But I think that term might be used better on San Diego State as we go on to our 13th round of the night. Crayola here's coming up.
We're gonna get an A push for the opening pistol round, but yeah, it looks like the defense is gonna send 4 people on the backside, which is interesting strat, leaving Cypher alone up in heaven. Let's see if they can make this work. I don't know if San Diego is gonna be ready for this one. Cypher gets cleaned out, bomb side is all theirs, but yeah, you've immediately got people in the back, but Crayola trades that out, and so the attackers might win this pistol. Gong is going to push on the site, trying to retake with the Omen. Elvin gets one, but now Crayola is just in a good position. Has 3 kills on the round. Chris, the last one alive in heaven, gets one, instantly traded out by the Cypher, and that's a good round by the attackers to open it up.
Yeah, really huge. I mean, good shot on the defense as well, able to take down 2, but not really going to see too much damage in the economy for them. But on the defensive side, I mean, we're at least gonna see 2 rounds be given to the side of San Diego State. It's gonna get this a little bit closer. They might be able to push it for 3. I'm kind of seeing right now a 7-8 coming here pretty soon, depending on how the buys goes. As you can see on this whole side of San Jose, it's all nothing but classics, man. We're bringing out the classics. It's gonna be a classic time for everybody.
I mean, it's so powerful with that right click, right? I mean, if you play a corner like Chris is playing there, I mean, a right click to the head and they're gone instantly in some cases. So it can still do work.
To pull off a thrifty with nothing but classics, that's always something you just love to see. That means you got gun skill, you got plays, you got strategy, everything working in your way. So let's see how San Jose State's going to answer this one as the attackers get right now the A-bomb site.
They're both teams are playing a little more careful than they have in these last couple matches.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting they're getting A-bomb for free on the attacking, and you've got the Cypher lurking in their spawn. I think he's just trying to play for exit kills here. It looks like no signs of actually trying to get on A and retake it, but yeah, Bear might meet somebody in here. I mean, if he can get a trade kill, but it looks like, MDZ was already ready for it. And That round only ends with only 1 kill. That's one of the more interesting rounds I've seen. Actually, MDZ gets another, but only 2 kills and basically a bomb for free. That's a bit of an interesting round.
Yeah, we might see here on the side of San Jose, they're actually going to probably get some guns going in there, at least a couple of SMGs. Let's see here. Some of them actually got Vandals and Phantoms, so that's a pretty huge investment. I think they're very confident right now in what they're going to be doing, but it's going to be really huge if they don't win this round. It's going to really hurt them back, set them back, and probably tie up the game 8-8 right now. But they really definitely need it in their favor to put it up 9-8 in order to make sure that their money investment wasn't all bad. Shots coming in by Crayola.
And Diego breaking out real quickly. Yeah, they're going with the if it ain't broke, don't fix it approach, as they're going to make it quick on the A. And they've already got bomb down, 2 down. I mean, they're playing fast and quick.
Yeah, this is really aggressive on their side. I just don't think San Jose knows how to respond to something like this yet. Hopefully, we could see an adaptation here really soon, and they're able to change up their play style, be able to get something different going, because San Diego State University is having great success here on A. Chris is able to get GDP. That's 1, putting it down to a 4v3. Let's see if he can get another one. We've seen him do 3. Come on, Chris. Give us something.
Give us that triple.
Crazy.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to back up, though. I mean, they just got to save the op. And again, I mean, another round going down with, still a decent amount of players live. But yeah, I mean, they're just going A hard, and it seems like San Jose is afraid to commit more people to A. And I mean, rightly so, when you can, a team goes rounds, multiple times, they could easily switch it up. But I mean, A is just working right now for San Diego.
We see Crayola getting those first bloods like multiple times now.
Yeah, Jet, she's the best at it, right? I mean, she can, be walking up slowly up A ramp one moment and then instantly just dash forward, updraft onto a box, and you're dead with not even knowing what happened. So yeah, Jet is definitely that character you want getting the first bloods.
And I think Crayola is one of those other players that just knows how to play Jet very well. I mean, we've seen several Jet players in the mix here already tonight, and he's one of those players where you just love to see the gameplay because he understands how to run an agent like that.
It shows a high skill set, right? Jet is one of those you've got to be very talented to run, right? I mean, I've tried to run Jet a few times on my own, and it's just like, when, how, where should I use, the dashes and abilities? But Crayola is just putting on a show with that right now.
I'm gonna see the frag coming out by Rays. They know that somebody's there, but they can't quite guess where. They're just hoping and they're guessing. We see the judge coming out by Ray. It's going to be really huge. Couple insta headshots, maybe, hopefully. But right now, it looks like the attacker side's being kind of timid on the push. They don't really know what's happening yet.
This is real dangerous. Bear sees 2 with the judge. Unfortunately, he's going to choke that with the Cypher Cage coming up and not going to get anything. But that's all right, as Chris has returned fire for a double kill. We can get taken down. Already at 2v2. I mean, they're just playing fast and furious as the bomb is going to go down on A. Omen and Silva are going to try to retake at the same time. Elvin already ready for the kill, but yeah,
really
super
huge.
Aggressive. Nice retake.
Really huge on the side of Gong. That was what they needed. My goodness, going up right now, 9-7. I thought that was going to be 8-8 for sure, but holy smokes. These guys got me out on the edge of my seat, waiting to see what happens, man. Like, it's crazy.
Whenever Gong's the last one, or one of the last ones, I'm like, oh, they're in trouble. Someone's in trouble.
Yeah, if Gong is still alive, he's going to make some play. But I just noticed somebody in the chat saying that Crayola just started playing Jet last week. If that's true, I don't know. I mean, it can only go up from there. I mean, already playing at this high of a level after 1 week, that's crazy.
What a filthy casual. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
I can't believe that to save my life.
Chat getting the cast. I saw somebody post caster roast after I let them know that maybe the casuals are on the side of San Diego State University, but you didn't hear that here. Now moving on, we're going to be watching the attacker side try to get something going. They already are man down. It's a 4v5 right now. It looks like the side of San Jose State is definitely keeping everything locked down on their ways. MDZ falls, and now they're at a 3v5. My goodness. I'm wondering if they're going to pull off a flawless, but I don't think it's going to happen. Crayola's kind of crazy with his op. He's good with Jet, so I'm assuming that kills are going to be coming here through
Yeah,
for
Creola's
the
not going
side
down
of
without
San
a
Jose.
fight.
I have the spike.
Oh, absolutely not. You had a Jet with an op still alive. I mean, honestly, anybody with an op, right? It's that point and click adventure. But yeah, I mean, it can still be
30
done as
seconds
it's
left.
about a 5v3 going into the last 30 seconds of the round. But yeah, it looks like yeah, San Jose is actually adapting here. They weren't able to get anything on A, and now they're in a slow situation trying to get things going. But Elvin's ready for it. But yeah, you see Eclipse get a kill, Crayola get a kill. It's a 2v3. It is still very doable.
10 seconds left.
It looks like they're going to head towards the site, but Gong with a shock dart out in the classic right click. Just going to style on Crayola as he tries to get the bomb down, but Eclipse is there for the trade. Eclipse with another frag into a 1v1, but not going to be enough as the defense gets around, but at least Eclipse is able to wipe him and get some guns away.
Did Eclipse pick up the op, or was he just a little bit too late? It looked like he was going for it, but who knows?
I don't think he got it.
That was huge, though. That was that was kind of like he caught you with your hands wide open. He comes around. He's like, I'm just gonna go ahead and dart right here. Oh, there's an enemy. Switch, then right click him straight in the head. I don't think anybody was expecting that, but that was good plays on the side of the Gong.
How do you guys think the attackers can come back from this one? We're in a 10v7. What do you think they can do to counteract this lead?
I mean, it looks like they're switching it up right now, which I think might be the play, right? I mean, they hit A. It was successful for many rounds, but I think they just got adapted to it. I mean, eventually you gotta swap it up, right? You can't really just you know, telegraph the plays that you make, right? I mean, they need to switch it up. So it looks like if they go for an aggressive C hit here, I mean, basically Omen and Phoenix are sitting in the back, so they can get on the bomb site for free, but Chris is going to get 2 nice kills to hold it. I mean, I actually don't know much what you can do if Chris is playing like that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing on top of that is the reason why those A hits were so huge is just because they got the kills that they needed. They were able to not just get first bloods, but multiple kills just even at one point, giving their team the better advantage. So I think the aggression needs to be a little bit back how we saw, you know, back and forth in round 1 and 2, all the way up to about 3 and 4. But as well as we need to see players on the side of San Diego State land their shots again, because we know they can, and they've done it, and it's helped out. They they got to get that confidence, keep it rolling, you know.
Yeah, it's been the Gong and Chris show, but they need everybody else to step it up right about now.
I'm going into this 11 and 7 game. I cannot imagine how much these teams are talking in comms or jibber jabbing and like throwing stuff to each other in comms.
Yeah, I can imagine. I wonder if these teams use all chat. I mean, sometimes in solo queue, right, you'll, you know, play a match and see people talk some smack in all chat, but it makes me wonder if, like, in a match like this, if they'll actually banter with each other mid-game.
I just want to know what the comms are going on, like, by the individuals, right? I want to see how they're calling out, what the strats are being called, who's being vocal, who's the in-game leader or taking charge, or who's the round leader. At sometimes you just have a round leader. We have an in-game leader, but I know some teams like to swap it around. So I think it'd be interesting to see like who took the reins and who didn't.
For sure.
Well, looks like this is going to be an 11-8. I mean, the attackers finally made C work this round, so I mean they're able to grab another round back on the board, and yeah, they just need to keep swapping it up, keep playing aggressive, and I think they can still bring it back and attacking, right? I mean, you definitely have seen some teams work attacking well, but Just gonna
I
have
was
to keep switching it up.
Yeah, if I was Ray, I'd just be playing life, man. There's no point. It's better to have a weapon than not to have one, and it looks like he is. He's gonna try to get a kill, but I mean, that's the biggest thing you can do in these big rounds where money's kind of an issue. Money's a problem. More money, less problems in this game. So definitely, they need they need to keep some utility because we're just seeing nothing but pistols yet. I don't think they've bought much. Looks like we're seeing a marksman come out. Okay.
At the Marshall,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, for the sake of the entertainment, I wish we could just stick on MDZ. The chat is absolutely loving that crosshair, right? I mean, seeing some pretty interesting comments, right? I mean, that is definitely again one of the more unique crosshairs I've seen in Valorant. So, I mean, I guess with the way he's playing, right? Maybe the bigger the crosshair, the better.
Someone in chat's like crosshair diff.
Crosshair diff for sure. Every pixel that isn't a crosshair is a crutch. Yeah, I mean, that is such a big crosshair. Oh, nice sneaky kill by Chris. Yeah, the Cypher was not looking for that one.
We had a
He's
sheriff
able to
kill.
get a gun. Ooh, 4v2. Chris making it work. I mean, they didn't have much to work with at the beginning of the round, but sneaky plays by Chris might just win them this.
Yeah, Len was able to get some kills with that sheriff, though.
Ooh,
That's
yep,
3
Phantom.
on Len. My goodness.
Yeah, they're gonna send it to match point right here. Yeah, that was just super sneaky play. I mean, they made work. They didn't have too much. I mean, they had a Marshall and maybe a few pistols, but yeah, it was just super sneaky plays by Chris. Nice to clutch out a round and potentially seal the deal here.
Yeah, I think whoever posted 13-9 is probably the closest prediction. I still feel like it might go to a 9th round personally, but I don't think it's going to go the side of San Diego. Unfortunately, it is going to go the side of San Jose, I believe, but I think that they can get probably another round on this map unless we see some crazy counter aggression and some crazy counter strategy come out.
Well, we're back on board with big crosshairs. I think he might know where the jet is. Definitely is going to be looking for it. And yep, gets the kill, first blood in the round, and that should open things up a little bit as they're starting to crowd the B bomb site. But they might want to try to look for a C hit here.
Gong is so good with that recon bolt. Like I didn't even see the Omen for a second. He just like popped it up. Oh, there's the Omen. Shot him, hit him, and then was able to get out of it. That's amazing. That's what you call a great Sova player right there. Able to use his recon drone and grab the information for his team.
Well, it looks like San Diego's going to default back to that A strat. Phoenix is the only one here, so they can get that going. They might get them quickly. As yeah, we're going to see them full push onto the bomb site, get bombed down. Instantly going to see a rotate come out from San Jose, but Chris out of nowhere under heaven with a 2-piece. Oxiol gets the 3rd, Gong with the 4th. Phoenix is going to be last alive for San Diego, and oh well, MDZ big crosshair go clutch. No, he can't. 13-8 to end it off.
My goodness.
And Chris he was all alone under heaven. Big 2-piece, get the 3rd. Wow.
I think the rumors are true. San Jose State takes nothing but wins because I haven't seen them lose yet. So, oh my gosh.
What a great way to start off this tournament. Are you kidding me? Look at him at the top of the scoreboard. Are you
Look at
kidding
the Phoenix. Yeah, the Phoenix is both at the top of the scoreboard. Big crosshair and Chris up there. I mean,
it's really huge. But that's what you want to see out of a Phoenix player. They're your entry fragger. You want a top fragger on there. But Gong, don't even though Gong isn't your entry though, 21-9. I mean, he did really well too. Gong really outperformed for his team as well. But look on the side. I mean, Crayola, of course, did well. We have MDZ and Jay Lee. GDP definitely, kind of didn't shine too much in Eclipse. He got kills. He did some big plays in some rounds, but I just think that they lost on their consistency around there. But I mean, it's a huge highlight on the side of San Jose State with Chris, man. Chris, and you got Gong, and you have trying to read Ray. Ray did well. He did really well for being a Cypher. I think it was really fun to watch. Not as much kills, but he played Cypher pretty well.
Hey, you don't
Yeah,
have to
I
get
mean,
kills when your team's getting the kills.
yeah, I mean the Cypher's job really is just to lurk and kind of hold the flanks, right? Set up the traps. I mean, you're not always going to see the biggest stat line. I mean, you usually see sometimes Cyphers will just pop off and go a really positive, or they'll go really negative, right? That's just the nature of Cypher. But interesting with this match, right? You didn't really see much of the omens. This game was definitely a lot
Wow.
more about the Phoenix, a lot more about the Jet, the Sova, right? Usually we see some, some crazy plays and some omens leading the way with their paranoia, but we didn't see too much of them this match. It was a lot more aggression just out of both Phoenixes and Jet, especially Lynn and Crayola just diving right in on the bomb sites and getting the action going.
Yeah. Even
For
just to
sure.
show their score was all pretty much the same. I mean, the whole team's on both sides, which is really good. They're putting in work. Their economy was pretty well. They managed their economy really well from what it looks like. The only thing I kind of wish on the side of San Diego State is Jay Lee. I mean, Jay Lee did really well as a player, but I kind of wish I would have saw that ult come out and get some major 3, 4 pieces, with just one rocket blast. Everybody likes things that go boom. I just kind of wish I saw some things that went boom out of him. But other than that, I mean, both teams played phenomenal. Don't count San Diego State out here because they did really well. I mean, right now they're the top talk right now. They're saying that these two teams are probably arguably the best teams in the entire league.
For sure. And what are you guys looking forward to, like, as we like close out our first day of the tournament? Moving forward, we finally have seen these teams perform at their full potential. What are you guys looking forward to on Wednesday and Friday?
I mean, as I look ahead, I mean, we get to cast on Wednesday the CSUDH Gold. I mean, Burgundy played an insane match today,
Burgundy was
right? A
insane.
13-2. I mean, compared to what we've seen in scrims, I mean, if they can get that hyped and play that well, right, I can only imagine what their gold team can do. So I am super pumped for that one.
I think I'm just more excited to see what changes the teams are going to bring. Now knowing that everybody's not playing it as a scrim, this is the real line, that this is playing at the main stage essentially. I'm excited to see the adjustment teams are going to make, the adjustments from people like CSUN, or even like Cal Poly. So I'm excited just to see the changes. I definitely am gonna. I'm excited to see gold against San San Francisco State. That's gonna be a good one. But coming up, I think just getting to see the redemption rounds from these teams is going to be really huge on my end, to see if they're going to able to say like, hey, we're still in this. Some teams got rolled over today really bad, really bad. You kind of feel like they're not going to come back up, but I think that for sure they're going to be some teams that you don't want to count out. They're going to come back swinging like Rocky. It's not about how hard you get hit, it's about how hard you can get hit, get up, and keep on going. So I'm waiting to see the continuation.
I'm excited to see our winners play. We saw some amazing wins today.
Yeah, those were
Oh
huge.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, give me San Jose versus maybe like CSUDH team, right? I mean,
Mhm.
that would be a nice match. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna see. I mean, just think about the plays today, right? It's only day one of the league, right? And we saw some nice plays, some stomps, some close wins, and like Funny said, I'm excited to see how teams improve going forward, right? I mean, as much as like look at the stomp and say 13-2 for Cal Poly. I mean, I want to see how that team adjusts throughout the season, right? I mean, could be dogging on them and looking bad, but I mean, they could turn out to be easily the most improved team throughout the season. I mean, there's so many opportunities coming forward, and I think day one showed us a lot. So, I mean, it's only going to be big going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think day one, what it shows us is that we got a heck of a league ahead of us. I think it's gonna be crazy. I mean, some they're kind of there's some big prize pools. They're really trying to show that they're worth the part of the 3,000 the Radiant League, or the 2,000 in the Diamond League. So it's pretty huge. I'm excited for when it gets to there. But even now, it just puts kind of more of a like, let's go. I want more. Like, is today really ending? Can we just keep going? Can we just get more games
24
going?
hours straight.
Yeah. I mean, it was so good. We did so well. They did all so well today, even though those teams that didn't make it and took the first losses of the tournament. I mean, they still did so well. So I'm super excited. It's kind of sad that it's ending today, but we'll be back Wednesday. It'll be back.
We'll be back Wednesday. We'll also be back on Friday.
Yeah,
Don't miss
we
a
will.
Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
The next 8 weeks.
I'm excited.
I'm so pumped. All right, guys. Yeah, I think that wraps it up for us.